can do a recap now if you would so like.
Alrighty. Oh, that's right. Nevin gives his farewell to the party, and he goes and continues his quest in the rest of the world. Minerva, this is last session, yep. Minerva has a conspiracy theory and proceeds to tell everyone that we should be wearing foil hats. Well, we're all wearing helmets, so it's pretty good.
I'm not.
Sean and Minerva keep training. Hypatia headed off to the Summerton Balms and Elixir shop, but it was closed. So she went to a neighbouring shop to see what happened. There was a guard stop her to stop her entering, but tells her the shop has been closed for a while before the zombie attack. The one next door.
She tried to get into a different shop, yeah.
Yeah, but the guard at that shop told her what happened to the balms and elixirs.
Mm-hmm.
She went off to Pure Reagents looking for a potion of water breathing. He wanted 550 gold for it. This is still when we were trying to investigate, looking for the body in the water of the Lord. Investigated getting a diving pump to allow to get under the water and all.
Get a good look around.
And they were told we had to go and find Fat Bert to hire it. Shiro was off investigating the integrity of Jarek, interviewing Siobhan. She believes that he is a bit distant, but generally loved by his father, and doesn't believe that he would betray him. She doesn't know if he will make a better administrator than his father. Jarek is left even-tempered, but is still not a fool. Siobhan is beginning to heal up, but is still under the care of kindly Ollery. The group heads off to the Slowing to meet up with Fat Bert to discuss hiring the diving gear. And they bump in at Brother Tobias, who tells of the mercenaries who are all camped around in the Slaughter Scar. He also says not to go in, as it's certain death. That's the Slaughter Scar. Anyway, Fat Bert rocks up, and a bit of discussion. He offers information for 200 gold, half now, half in the morning, but he won't tell us at the pub what that information is. This is after we discussed about going for a swim and looking for the body in the water. He invites himself back to Kindly's with us, where he gives us the signet ring and tells us that he pulled the Lord's body from the river 2 nights ago. He pocketed the ring but didn't know what to do with it, but he swears that the body is in the keep under close guard. He's very agitated and keen to get out of town, and Brother Tobias gives Bert the second half of the money on the spot because we didn't have it with us and he didn't want to stick around. And that's pretty much it, I think.
Yep, very nice.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Okay. Yes, that is a decent recap. Thank you, Henry. Alright, so that will leave the group at Kindly Ollery's. It's late at night. Fat Bert has just left. Brother Tobias is still there.
Yeah, we'll probably need to talk to him first off, because this sounds like a way bigger than just us thing.
He is kind of contemplating the information that he has been given, sitting there scratching his head a little bit. He's generally pretty cautious, it seems, and he will look up at you and say, well, this is interesting news.
Interesting is one way of putting it. Highly concerning and highly dangerous news, I would put more label it as.
It depends.
Depends on what.
Well, it's concerning, yes, that Castellane has been slain, and that the body was attempted to be disposed of. But machinations of a political nature are very difficult to wade through, especially when you have to consider the potential for collateral damage. Being both heroic and good do not necessarily mean the same thing. If only the others were here, I could talk to them. What are your thoughts upon this? You have been in the valley and Summerton long enough. You have seen things that have gone on.
I think that a person has the right to know of where their family is dead.
Indeed.
If someone tried to hide my father's body, I would swear a bloody vengeance upon them.
True.
That is context is important though. Like yes, I'm sure I can sympathize with that. Family sometimes can be important depending on how they treat you, but not everybody's family has the potential to spark a bloody conflict / civil war / whatever else we want to call it.
There are many people
across this region.
There are many people both in the city and at large across the rest of the valley that if blows were to be exchanged, or indeed even of a political nature, a violent political nature, then their lives could be ruined. There is more at stake here than merely one family's honour. Now, does that mean that the body of Castellane should remain in the keep, remain hidden from the family? I do not know all the context. Donalgan is an interesting fellow. I have met with him only a few times. Ambitious, yes, but, and he shakes his head, looking down, not a murderer, not a traitor. Did he like Castellane? No. But not in a way that would, I believe anyway, not in a way that would see him seek his death. They butted heads, yes, but for the most part they worked well together. They just had different views of things. See, the other thing is, there are other powers at play here. There are other things going on, and it wouldn't at all be surprising if there is a third or fourth party's hand in the mix. Without knowing that information and going off and starting something, it could be what that other faction or factions actively hope to happen. But again, I'm not the wise one. Well, given my allies and companions, I am not the one who should be speaking to you on such matters. All I know is that there are lots of people to be taken into consideration, not just the family.
That's true, but I still am not sure that we're suited to sneak into a keep and retrieve a body. I don't think it's wise to confront Donegan by ourselves.
Okay, let me ask you another question.
Mm.
What is your stake in seeing this through?
Oh, nothing.
Absolutely none.
Just yeah. I mean, we could simply send a note to Jarek with the ring and say, tragically, your father was dead, and we couldn't retrieve the body. All we could retrieve was the ring.
He will want to know where the body was, or where you found the ring, and that might open other questions or give hope where there is none. I feel that there are pros both ways and cons both ways. The fact that you have stated you have no stake in this, but are willing to bet one, at the very least, contemplate betting one, it speaks volumes of you. And
Look.
but no one would look the other way or think worse of you if you were to walk away with this information in hand and not act upon it.
Yeah. My only stake is that I think it's right action for a son to know of his father's death, and be able to grieve in the knowledge of it, and then make whatever plans that he must make.
Agreed that the son does have a right, but what of the right of everybody else that lives in the vicinity? What of the lives of those that this son holds in his hand?
Well, I mean, maybe they shouldn't put their lives in his hands. If he's
Do
so
they have a lot of
bad
choice?
with them,
Yeah.
The way of the
Well-
world, he is a noble, he is of the House Castellane, and he has power over them whether they like it or not. It is
Yeah.
hard for them to get up and leave. They do not have that ability. They could become itinerants, but are likely to die on the road as much as to succeed somewhere else. And if they succeed,
oh yes,
their lives might be far worse.
indeed. If they had the means to be anywhere else, they wouldn't be in the valley. But
Are you beholden to anyone?
I am beholden to the 9. Oh, there,
The 9?
the 8.
Slip of the tongue there. Oh dear.
I mean, are you beholden to anyone? You said you had no stake in this. Okay, but are you beholden to anyone to provide this information at this point?
We did say that we would look for his father. That is a. There is some hold on our reputation that we said that we would search for the body. We now have information about that. Are we liars? I mean,
To be
Are
fair,
you
we said we'd
liars?
do a lot of things, and we've still got to do a lot of things.
Shiro hasn't not delivered yet, but
Well, with Lacrima Jeep still sitting there,
he didn't say he was
Slaughter,
going to do.
inverted tower.
Didn't say he was going to do that either. But
Regardless, all that we are speaking about implies that this is we are not enough to make the decision. I believe, as you've said, Brother Tobias, having the Brotherhood together would be much handier to decide on a course of action, as well as Lashinara.
Yes.
Possibly, we do not do anything until we can speak with them. They may, because I know for a fact that Lashinara knows a lot more about what's going on in this valley than probably almost anyone. He may have a much greater understanding of how this will affect things.
does Cinnabon think that Jarek would just attack, like, the guard or something?
He is no fool. He won't attack the guard. But if they withhold the body, he could. He is potentially hot-headed and can make rash decisions. So whilst he may not attack the guard, he could definitely cause some problems, and who knows what could happen from there, because it would then depend, I guess, on what the guard do back. And he isn't one to step back and de-escalate a situation.
He would rise to the challenge.
He
Because
could very
again,
well.
as we've said, he is new. He is not too much is known about him regarding to his leadership skills. If he backs down and lets the keep and the guard, hold his father's body, that's going to send a very poor impression for the start of his rule.
There is a knock at the door.
Ooh. Who is it?
Kindly Ollery will stick his head in.
Eee.
I'm just wondering if everything is all right. I saw the other man leave, and he looked like he was being chased by monsters and fiends.
He looked like he was carrying 2 encumbrance worth of gold.
Hey, we have a Hypatia.
No, Hypatia just farted, that's all.
Do we have a Hypatia?
Mic is not working yet.
Yeah, that's good. Still getting used to these new headphones.
Nice.
Cool.
Welcome, welcome.
So, is everything all right? Is there anything I can help you with?
Well,
It's all good. Hypatia just farted.
Oh dear, oh dear. Must have been the cabbage that I served for dinner.
Potentially.
Oh, cabbage.
yeah, should have stuck to the disgruntled German. I mean, sauerkraut.
Poor old Bert took it badly and had to leave. You know.
Yeah. Are we going with this? Really?
Do you want to tell kindly Ori?
Oh no, I don't want to tell you what's going on, but I want to have a better excuse than fucking.
Well, then make one.
Well, you've already said it though, so you know.
Pretty sure Kindly's going to be going, okay, I'm not going to believe anything you say now.
He is still standing there outside of the room, but his head kind of leaning through the door, the crack in the door, just looking in. He has a concerned look on his face.
Concerned look. I don't think we.
Oh, has he been overhearing our lovely conversations about
stuff?
things?
I am happy to offer a unbiased opinion if you would need someone else to speak to. I'm also happy to leave you to yourselves. All I know is that the other man did seem to be a mite put out, and anything that I can do to assist, I'm only too happy to help. Discuss it with yourself, call me if you will. I have other things to attend to, I guess, but I'm at your disposal if you need me. And then he'll close the door, leaving you to yourselves.
On that note, possibly the fewer we tell of this, the better. Up until we decide what to do.
For sure.
I have no problem with kindly Laurie knowing, but I have no problem with Jarek knowing either. So.
Okay, so are we?
Okay,
Did he look?
We've just been discussing things about the Tobias.
Okay.
And essentially, we've been debating like what's the morally right thing here to do, because we've got competing interests regarding like he deserves to know his father's body and tear it with respect and lay it to rest, all that stuff. But also at the same time, the political instability and how Summerton is, it could cause a lot of trouble.
It could cause a lot of trouble. The truth can cause a lot of trouble. I don't disagree with that, but
and then
lies tend to cause more trouble in the end.
That we possibly should discuss this with more qualified people before we.
Well, I'm not suggesting that you lie to Jarek, says Tobias, other than a lie of omission.
Yeah.
Which I guess is still grey, but this is more about protecting the city, the valley, and the inhabitants for the moment. I'm not saying that this needs to be something that you omit from Castellane's family for all time. But at the moment, the information is minimal, but the threat and danger is high. You could sneak into, or we could get someone to sneak in, or however you want to play this, to the keep, attempt to retrieve the body. That has a very large chance of causing massive mischief.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy escalation.
Whoever gets caught, assume the guards and Donegan are guilty. Going in there and getting caught escalates it immeasurably.
Mm-hmm.
If they are innocent and are merely holding the body for a reason that we don't know, going in there and getting caught still escalates it immeasurably because the garrison will defend their keep. They will see you as dangerous interlopers, spies, assassins, or whatever. They will attempt to repel you with deadly force.
I mean, we could just request the body.
That's the other option. You can do that instead of trying to sneak in and see how that pans out.
Seems dangerous.
If there was
There
going
are
to be
a
a
lot of
request,
them.
it would be from Jarek.
Yes, the other concern though is the garrison have taken the body under a clandestine operation, and they are still holding the body and have yet to tell anybody they have Castellane's body.
It is very suspicious.
But that could be there could be a lot of reasons for that.
There could
and
be.
Once
could
it comes to light that we know they have the body, those reasons might evaporate.
Potentially, but it can also
Unlikely.
it could also escalate the situation. All I'm trying to say is that the information that you are going off, the information that we have, whilst it is important and interesting, as I mentioned earlier, is very minimal. There are a lot of other things to take into consideration. You yourself, Shiro, have said that you believe that Castellane's son Jarek is sus. You still don't trust him.
I don't trust anybody.
Well, I'd agree with Sher here because why would if he knew this, why would he send us down down river to kill a river serpent? It's a bit weird to me.
Well, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're trusting Fat Bert. Hey, giving you the information he's giving you is accurate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
I
every
don't
possibility that
trust
this
him.
is a red herring.
I mean, the signet ring does lend a lot of
Credence.
credence.
Yeah, unless someone
Yeah.
paid Fat Bert to give us that information.
Yeah.
Set us on a wrong chase. We go into the prison accusing the guard of doing something they've never done.
The
That's
fear
going to
seemed
escalate the
real.
situation.
Yeah, he seemed.
He's afraid of something, not necessarily of the guard.
Oh yeah, and he could have
They
been
might have-
misled.
They might have given him the ring and said, "Do this or we kill your family,"
Well, he
or whatever.
just has his girlfriend, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
Possible, but he seems pretty. I don't know. From what we've heard, he seems pretty. From what he's come across, he seems pretty legit. He's not going to.
Well,
for
thug,
a general thug who happens to know stuff around town.
strong
But he-
arm,
again,
Yeah.
that's the position he's in.
the cudgel.
We don't know what
What leverage has been put upon him?
exactly.
Well,
I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
He
Yeah.
he did seem to be afraid that if this was known, there would be very serious repercussions for the
Yeah.
town. Like he wanted out, he wanted to get out, and nothing. Even though discussing it now, we seem to think that it's not likely that there'll be all out conflict or whatever.
Yeah.
well, there could be. It really depends on what Jack wants to do. How many of his men he wants to throw in the grinder.
What we need is Sir Etienne. He would know what to do. Sir Etienne, at the very least, Gorast, and Lashnar, as you've mentioned. Sir Etienne, I'm not sure where he is at the moment, but Gorast and Lashnar did go to Shilshanek and have not returned for some time. And whilst I worry about their absence in such a place, unless the Elven hold has become truly hostile, I don't think they're in any immediate danger. There are some very dangerous elements there, no doubt, as there are in most places around. And there has been whispers and warnings and rumours of some issue in Shilshanek. And unfortunately, as we know, Prince Varian was assassinated in this very city, he says, looking up.
Yep.
And he came here trying to offset a war that was brewing between the elves and the rest of the valley. But Lashanara and Gorast went to Shulshanek of their own free will. I don't think that they're held against their will. I don't think. It is possible there are powers there that could hold both of them. I have no doubt. Especially since there was only the two of them plus one or two retainers that they took for travelling purposes.
Well, I would be excited to travel downriver, maybe fight a sea serpent, and travel to Sorcenek and onward to the Slaughter Scar. I think that'd be fantastic. And maybe we leave this in Lashanara's hands. He seems like a competent guy from what you guys have said.
Well,
Minerva seems to hold him in high regard at least, and everybody else who talks about him.
dude, he is the most knowledgeable person, and he does hold some sway in the city, which will help. Which will certainly help, and anything which could come from him would possibly be more legitimate than coming from us. And honestly, at the moment, we still don't. We know very little about who did this. So yeah, I don't want to see that see the people in this city caught in the corner like a little civil war.
Okay, but I mean, yeah, that's fine. I just so if the guard are bad and they're like maneuvering to take out all the Castellanes, they've started with Lord Castellane. Is it good that we hide that information from Jarek? Because wouldn't it just be better for the guard to like kill all the Castellanes like in a less messy fashion for the people? Is that like where do you come down on that, guys? I'm just wondering like what type of people I'm with here, I think a person has a right to know.
I highly doubt the guard are planning to take over the city like that.
I agree. I don't think they are
idea
either.
Why they took the body, but
Me neither.
I don't think it's because they're trying to hide it.
Well, they're definitely trying to hide it.
Yes, but
yeah,
if they were seriously trying to hide it and they're willing to murder Castellane, why not murder Fatbird? Like,
agreed.
Like that's a very obvious loose end that would be very easy.
Yeah, I think they're just worried that it incriminates them. But if it comes out into the open, the incrimination is past. What reason would they have to hold on to the body then? I just look, if you're confident that they're not bad people, you can always just go off and be like, "Hey, what's going on here? Can you explain it to me?"
Could we possibly could ask for an audience with
the captain?
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to go into the keep surrounded by soldiers and confront the head of the guard. I mean,
yeah,
I have plans with my life. There's things that Shiro needs to do. Okay, I've got a sister that I have to look out for.
Well, while you guys are going into the keep, I'm just going to be getting on a riverboat and trying my luck.
Yeah, right.
with a river serpent with my bare hands.
Look, the other thing is Jarek's just going to keep on looking until he finds answers.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he could look in a much worse way than us coming to him and being like, "Hey," at least then he can keep it on the down low. And if he uses Kindly Ollery as a touchstone, which we know he likes Kindly Ollery, maybe we have Kindly Ollery deliver the news. Maybe he asks for counsel from Kindly Ollery, and Kindly Ollery says, maybe keep this under your hat for a while, do some undercover investigations and stuff like that. Don't worry, I can sanctify the body from here. Your dad's going to be okay. I don't know, some stuff like that.
That sounds more bullshit than the fart excuse.
Well, a lot of the 8 is, bullshit. Not their power, not their majesty, but what you people believe is true about them.
Wouldn't be surprised. So you're proposing we tell Jack the whole truth or some of the truth?
Well, I propose that we tell Ollery the truth.
Why
Kindly.
Ollery? I don't want to bring Ollery into this.
Well, because that way he may be willing to counsel Jarek for us, because he has a better ear, or Jarek, he has Jarek's ear more than we do.
Do we? Does he?
Yes, he was the person who got us in to see him.
He wrote you a letter of introduction.
And
Okay.
that's the only reason he spoke to us, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like Ollery, so if he's willing to vouch for you, so yeah."
Brother Tobias will speak up. Ollery is, for all his idiosyncrasies, a very well-respected member of the city because he is selfless, or as selfless as you will find within these walls, more so than the high priests of the other major churches within.
Yeah, he seems like a total champ. I say, looking around at my bedroll
Mm-hmm.
and the leftover cabbage stew. This guy's legit.
Yes, but I'm not comfortable with bringing him into this.
Well,
You're worried for Ollery. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like, not worried for him and worried what he'll do, because no offense to you, Sean, but people of faith generally have their own very clear definition of what is right and wrong, and don't tend to take too much, or they tend to deviate too much from that, regardless of anyone else's opinions. He may decide that he has something with that information. He may decide he has to do something that we may not like.
Sean reaches into his pocket and gets out a little notepad and scratches some.
Shiro would like to say, that is not just true of the devout, but sure. Anybody who has a belief system or moral standards usually has those things as well.
Yeah.
I talked to Sean and say, well, Sean, you have a similar outlook to you. You're a similar denominational alignment to Ollery. What do you think he'll do? What principles of your particular tenet of faith would guide him? Do you think?
I think Kindly's going to do what is right, or what he sees as right.
Okay. Well, perhaps we could. I mean, he kind of is. I mean, considering I can out of character, considering I came in late, I'm assuming he walked in on our conversation anyway, so he knows something. So we give them information and ask him if he wants to do it, and then if he does, all good. If not, then we tell him we have the option of telling Jarek ourselves.
Well, there is the benefit that Kindly is not going to be as emotionally attached, and what is right may not be to rush out there and go off half-cocked, as we are discussing now.
Kindly Ollery, like Sean, are members of the religions of nobility and a member of the Order of the Heart.
He's an all-round swell guy.
All right. Let me refresh myself from the wiki.
It's also possible that Kindly may even be able to talk to the guard captain and find out what's going on. He probably doesn't have as much to fear from the guard captain just like killing a church as as them just killing some idiotic adventurers. I mean, worthy heroes of the valley.
True.
So just to give you a quick rundown, you can either read the wiki or you can just... So the religions of nobility basically believe in dignity, benevolence, being kind, etc. They started as a knightly order, but they've grown. There's the three orders: Heart, Blade, and Mind. Heart believe in basically offering a leadership purpose and helping people through, whereas the Order of the Blade is your more militaristic, take the fight to the enemy, but do so in a good way. Like be the noble shining knight. And the Order of the Mind are those who gather knowledge to assist people. So both Sean and Kindly Ollery are from that leadership perspective. The Order of the Heart.
I think we should ask Solar and see what he wants to do with the information, since he's kind of already has some insight anyway.
Well, he doesn't. He's just seen someone we were talking to walk away from the conversation.
Oh, as in Fat Bird.
Yeah, he saw Fat Bird leave and was like, "That guy is upset. What did you do to him?"
Basically.
Okay.
Since there seems to be a fair bit of like racial segregation, are the churches also racially segregated?
No.
No.
No, they're
So
not
there's
racially
like
segregated.
members in the churches of the various races?
I mean, so
Interesting.
because the faiths, the churches, etc., are philosophies,
Mhm.
and anyone can believe a philosophy. Granted, you don't get in Somerton. You don't have many in the churches that aren't human, because humans make up the vast majority of the populace of the valley, and more so Somerton. But yes, you can definitely get people who are. I mean, what's your faith, Shiro? Have you picked? Did you pick a religion?
I did last time, but I haven't. I did the same as I did last time, which was Defiance or something like that.
Cool.
The ones that are, trying to fight. Yeah, but I like the Defiance. But I like I did last time. I chose one of the 8 that I kind of like a little bit more.
So hang on. When you say this time and last time, have you made 2 Shiros?
No, he's talking about Minerva.
No, I meant Mark.
Oh, Mark. So yes.
Because Mark
It's
was
like-
also of the Order of
Right.
Defiance.
I'm like, is there 2 Shiros? Is this like the doppelganger Shiro versus the actual Shiro?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I just stuck with Defiance, but I changed the figure that I like the most, because I like the fire chick, the reborn, the phoenix, the flame.
Yep.
Yep.
Drasley,
Mm-hmm.
daughter of the bleeding sun. Cool.
Bernie Burn. But okay, that's interesting. I wonder what happens when like nations go to war. Then that'll be interesting. Can churches like rise up inside of cities, or do they just not take part in that sort of thing?
Pretty much.
That might also make more sense.
Pretty much stay neutral.
Offer aid to everybody, and cool. I don't know. I feel like
Again, Lenz's stance is very much this is well above our pay grade and above our any reason we should not be making a decision. We should talk to Lashnara and Serdian and anyone else we deem who has much more of an understanding.
I guess
Kindly-
if you care about the political ramifications of taking a job and doing it, like I'm just.
Oh no, I'm just
for humans. I'm a mercenary. I got a
I'm
job. I want to complete it.
I'm just very aware the last time we made a decision like this, it went horribly wrong for almost everyone involved.
I mean,
Which
Yeah. When we took the original job, which was called when we took the assassination job.
that one, which I had no part in.
Likewise,
Same.
Yeah, Tobias, I had no part in what they're talking about now. I don't even know what the A word is.
That is
somewhere in the city, Minerva's like, what?
I know of your part, or those of you who had part in that. Unfortunately, you were led astray by an evil force. The actions taken were evil, but there was mitigation there, and you have tried at least we hope, you have tried to seek to rectify those actions. That is also something to take into consideration. The ogre, Gothna, is still around.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, our failure to kill him has been noted.
He is a
Yeah.
powerful enemy.
True. We were lucky to escape with our lives.
And you going
Those
after
of us
him,
that did.
you going after him was a fool's quest. I know why you were sent. I know who sent you. So,
Spam mail.
Well, I don't know. Yes, all things considered, I don't blame him.
Possibly
So-
Telegram.
So if we could, okay, so it seems to me we have a couple of we can go down the river, go find Lashinara. Would you, brother Tobias, would you accompany us, or are you going to stay here? Because I'm just concerned that the only people, we're the only, apart from Bird, we're the only people who know this information.
okay. Let me ask you another question. You've already said you have no stake in this, but you feel, he addresses Shiro, honor bound to help the honor of a family in need.
Mm-hmm. And also, I took a job, so there's like professional and moral.
Okay.
But yeah,
The rest of you, yes and no. You can understand the potential fallout from it. What is it? What is your next step? Assuming that you do not have to worry about Castellan's body being in the keep. What is it that you are intending or would intend to do?
Well, find his body.
No. Taking that out of consideration.
say we'd found the body elsewhere.
Ignoring the Castellan situation. What is it that you would intend to do?
Well, hopefully try and deal with the Krima Keep. That was one of our main goals that we were working up to doing now.
Oh,
And
you didn't want to do Shelshinek?
I was about to say and Shelshinek.
Well,
Both. But
I feel that if we want someone else to help, to try and defuse this situation, we talk to Lashinara because we don't. Unless we can somehow find Sir Etienne, Lashinara's the next best person to talk to.
They're both at Shelshinek. That's where Etienne and...
No, Gorast is at Shilshanek with Etienne.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I'm not exactly sure where Sir Etienne is. He could be anywhere. He often travels around by himself. We do meet back fairly regularly in Summerton and do things together, but I haven't seen him for a while.
Huh.
He is always taking undue risks, that one, and at some stage it will get him killed. So I do worry about him more so than I worry about Lashinara and Gorast.
Well, Vermilion Ridge is kind of is in the south as well, but not exactly on our way to Shulshanek.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ridge?
it's Sea Serpent.
Vermilion, so it's about it's west northwest of Shulshanek.
Yeah, but why do you want to go there?
Well, see if we can find that Sir Etienne, because that's what because
That was one of the last
that-
places he had been.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to still go there, probably.
But even all that aside, is it worth letting someone else know here, even to the extent of leaving the ring here in Summerton?
We can leave it with Tobias if you want to do that.
I suggest we bring kindly Ollery in
Mm.
on the situation. Having another person to discuss this with, another point of view, is not necessarily a bad thing. And Ollery is wise and well respected. He is not a hothead. he thinks about all his actions.
Mm.
Nothing
And
would happen to Ollery either that would not go unnoticed. He is not the kind of person that you can simply make disappear.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
yeah, I think it's a reasonable option. And we'll leave the ring with a kindly Ollery and
Oh, it depends what he says.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
we'll see what he says about it.
Yep.
Yeah. I already wanted to bring him in, so yay.
All right,
Ooh.
let's do it.
All right. Couple minutes after you seek him out, Kylie Ollery will arrive back in your room. He is looking a little bit flustered. He has been working out in the yard, chopping wood.
Nice.
He has beads of sweat across his balding brow. Yes, my friends, what can I do for you?
Well,
Okay.
I guess we'll fill him up to speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fill him in. Leave
Mhm.
nothing out.
Yep.
Everybody's shiftiness. Talk about doppelganging assassins that can shape change. The ogre. Other plots that are in the valley, like Pimps a lot, and how, he could get additional seats on the council, and how it seems that, Lord Castellane might have been more savvy with the elves, but his son might be more savvy with the dwarves, and all that stuff that we have thought.
Ollery will listen to it all. He'll tap his finger upon his lip. Ooh, there goes my computer for a second. Tap his finger on his lip.
He's always doing that.
This is interesting news, but not unexpected.
Not unexpected.
No, not unexpected. There have been, over the years, many things. Political assassinations. They're something that happens on a regular basis, I guess you could say. People in power always want more power, and the people who don't have power want the power that they don't have.
Mm.
But I know Donalgan, and he is not a murderer. That I am sure of.
Just a killer.
Well, it's his line of work.
Yeah, exactly.
If the garrison have the body, they have it for good reason. If they have kept it from the sun, they have done so for good reason. Now, I know Jarek reasonably well. The boy, when he was young, I tutored him in a few things, and I grew to be quite fond of him. He was not the kind of person that I would believe would also seek out his father's death, but he is potentially an issue. He has some anger issues. He does well to hide them, but he does indeed have anger issues. If he knew very well that his father had been assassinated, then he might seek vengeance. In fact, I am assured he would seek vengeance.
Mm.
And the
And that would
vengeance,
be a bloodbath.
well,
Maybe.
the problem is, who would he seek vengeance against, and would it be the right people? Okay. Leave this with me. I will speak to both Donalgan and Jarek. Individually, of course.
Excellent.
If you give me the ring, I will see to it that it gets back to Jarek and that he is kept as calm as possible.
Well,
Sounds good to me.
the body is nothing. The spirit is already with the 8.
Indeed, but people especially people of noble birth, like to inter the bodies of their kin.
Yes, we do.
I will speak to both of them. I'll find out what's going on. Yes, I think that's best. Thank you for bringing me in on this. It's I believe that if the garrison took the body at Donalgan's, and this is important, at Donalgan's request, then it is for the safety and security of the city and the valley. Donalgan is definitely an ambitious man, but he doesn't have designs on rule. I believe he actually would like to get out of the valley. Trying to hold on to power here seems antithesis to his personality.
He's looking for a bigger person. Well, that's understandable.
Or one closer to his family, or something like that.
Something
Indeed.
more prestigious, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So there is no play here that I can see which would benefit him being the perpetrator of this heinous act.
That was the conclusion we came to. But then why take the body?
Again, there might be other things at play
I
here
think
that
just
we don't
'cause-
know.
Could be
Does it
play.
look sus that he died there and stuff? I don't know.
It could also be that the garrison is undertaking their own investigation.
Yeah.
If the body was found by Jarek, and Jarek believed there was an assassination attempt by a certain person or people, then he would try to exact vengeance, and that might take any one of a number of different forms, and therefore keeping the body from Jarek might be in his best interest.
Also, he might be investigating Jarek, because Jarek's sus.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really sus. I think what you saw was a young man struggling with grief and trying to keep his anger under check.
Maybe.
Well, I hope so. You seem you have the advantage of not having known him far longer than us.
Yeah, if you're his tutor.
I will speak to him. If you give me the ring, I'll make sure it gets back to him, and I will offer him some information, but I think I'll speak to Donalgan first.
Yes,
That looks
absolutely.
good idea.
That sounds like the best course of action. I just
Thankfully-
didn't want to do it myself.
Thankfully, you didn't do anything rash like storming the keep looking for a body.
I don't know, it could have been pretty exciting, but it certainly did seem like not a great way to go.
Thief.
Well, it is
Yeah.
very late, and I must consider this information. If you hand me the ring, I will make sure it's somewhere safe. It's
Yep.
because, as far as I'm aware from what you've told me, only the people in this room and that one fellow who left earlier know that you have the ring.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
If you give it to me, then nobody except those people in this room will know that I have the ring.
Cool. Just before
Someone
handing it over, I'm going to
that
give him
ring.
a good sniff to make sure he doesn't smell like rotting vegetables.
I was about to say
Then give him
exactly
the
the same thing. Good call.
What?
He smells like cabbage and sweat.
Yep, but
Okay.
it's fresh cabbage.
Yeah, the
Cool.
cabbage from the stew. That's all good.
What's this in regards to?
He's not the ogre. It's a joke. It's just
Oh,
a joke.
right. I was gonna say,
Well, I'm not sure. I wasn't actually joking, but you know.
You get up close to him and give him a good old.
Just in a creepy presidential way, over the shoulder.
Ugh. I think I prefer Hannibal Lecter creepy than presidential
Oh.
creepy.
I was actually saying Biden, but very well.
Oh, okay. That's less creepy.
It doesn't matter. Sniffing someone regardless of who you are.
How you do it is pretty messed up.
Excuse
Is
me a
that-
moment. I just want to smell you.
Okay, with this too?
Brother Tobias is like, it's fair.
All right. So Who wants to go to Shulshanak and who wants to go to Lacrima Keep?
I'd originally do the Crown Cape first and then go to Shelchnik.
I asked kindly Ollery whether he wants us to stay in the city while he talks to the talks to both parties.
What? Oh, no, it's fine. Do what you need to do. It's probably better if you're not here anyway. But you can do what you want. You can come, you can go, however you see fit. Now, it is very late, and I am very tired. I need to consider what I will be saying and how I will be saying it. I suggest you get some rest as well. It is well past midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So, who cuts wood after midnight?
This guy, he's super busy.
People
Hey.
who are concerned.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Didn't you watch Captain America?
Well,
I
you know,
bid- I bid you good night. And if you need to speak to me in the morning, then by all means. But you will think better after a good night's rest. And he will leave.
All right.
Sean
Sweet.
goes to sleep.
Yep.
likewise.
That's such a dodgy gift, that one, because you can see the seam in the wood.
Yeah.
Before he rips it apart, it's really poorly done. You would have thought that a massively expensive movie like that could have at least made a better prop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Or airbrushed it out. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
True. I mean, come on. Come on. Some people might not actually notice that after a few things.
He has already hit it once, to be fair, so
no,
it's
he
meant
had
to be.
no, he had not hit that one.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Oh, he doesn't hit it at all?
No, because
I thought he hit it once and
no,
then picks
'cause-
up and rips it.
no, because he was splitting them with a single strike.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was Tony Stark that was having to hit them multiple times. But yeah, Steve Rogers just going thunk, 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 and he just picks up that one and goes rip.
That might
Sure.
have been one Stark had hit once.
It wasn't. He just grabbed it from the pile.
Disappoint. Anywho.
Mhm.
Morning?
Cool.
Do
Morning.
we survive?
Yes, you survive. Tobias will leave you as well.
I don't think that's actually from the That's not the scene from the movie. I'm not sure where that's from.
Are you sure? I'm pretty certain it
Yeah.
is.
He
I'm
did.
just watching the actual scene from the movie, and it goes much faster than that, and it's in the wrong
Position?
position. Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
a
That might
Is
be
it a
the
mirror?
That might
No,
be
no,
the
no.
actual shot before they did the editing. That might be
Yeah.
a different camera angle that they
Maybe.
didn't use.
Because there's no axe handle anywhere near him, and Tony is close enough that he would be in that shot.
Fair enough.
Maybe
Because
so.
Okay, so that's probably why you can see the
actual
scene.
one, it goes so fast that you can't even you don't have time to look.
That's why you can see the seam. So that's
Yeah.
one that they didn't use.
Yeah.
It didn't go through post-production.
Well, that's good
Yeah,
because they were like it's dodgy.
because there's gonna be there's gonna be as wildly obsessive people, possibly more obsessive than us, who will notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I noticed it, then I
Yeah.
never look at stuff like that.
Because he actually walks away from where he's axing and just picks it up from another spot. So, anyway, we're just getting sidetracked.
All right, so Tobias will leave you as well, unless you have anything else you wish to ask him.
No.
No, not tonight.
Wait. Does he have? Oh, no. That's. Would Shiro do that? No, that's okay.
Get some sleep.
Shiro was tempted to ask if he could be, get in on this secret order thing that everybody else is a member of. Can I be indoctrinated?
in what secret order thing?
Because you guys are all. Nah, that's fine. The
Yes,
thing that Willowbroad was talking about, but that's fine.
to be indoctrinated, you have to go and get me a beer whenever I want it.
Whenever I can't produce beer out of nowhere.
For what good are you?
That's right.
So, pretty good with a knife.
So I don't need to learn Speak with Dead anymore, and I don't need to learn Locate Object.
Unless you want them for other reasons.
Prayer seems like the more useful spell.
So you are back in here. At Kindly Ollery's in the city.
So did we decide what we're doing? Are we going to go to Lacrima Keep or the Slaughter Scar?
How
We're
about,
voting.
how about I actually put you back on the valley? That's probably more appropriate.
So, Lenza said Lacrima Keep.
Yeah, I think we need to do this while otherwise we're gonna never do it.
Sherry will sit out of the vote because he's new, and that way there's 3 people, so you can't have a tie. So, what do you want, Hypatia?
Although,
I'm a-
yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Lacrima Keep is an option. I think has everyone got magical weapons now?
I
No.
think most of us do.
Magical weapons? How would you even get one of those? Rare relics. The Dwarven Smiths have not made me one of that. I have a very fine dagger, though.
Because we know that the we know that the thing inhabiting the Lacrima Keep was impervious to mundane weapons. I should know. I was there. I started out of halberd, then I stuck it right through and did nothing.
Do you know that it'll be pervious to these more
Magic
enchanted
weapon?
blades?
No,
Or is this just a hope?
it's a hope. I would say it's a hope. Perhaps
Cool.
perhaps the magic is enough to overcome the incorporeality of it. I don't know. I'm no expert in these things, but
Sure. Do you want to go to Lacrima Keep? Yes or no?
we can give it a go. Sure.
Alright, that's 2 votes for it. So I guess that's what we're doing. You good with that, Sean?
Yeah, I'm just
Sweet.
looking. I do have a spell
Ooh.
which makes weapons magical.
What level's that?
Oh, hang on. It's not considered magical for the purpose of dealing damage striking phase. Apparently, I don't.
Oh. Well, that's a lame.
It is.
Really? Magic weapon doesn't make your weapon magical.
Spiritual weapon, yeah.
No.
Oh.
There's a different 3rd level spell that
Is
gives
there?
you an extra die of damage and +1 to hit. And +1
That's-
damage.
That's striking.
Yeah, striking. Does that not make the weapon magical?
No,
Really? Dang.
does not.
That is rough.
I know, because I thought, oh yeah, that'll work, but it's sort of saying it gives you 1d6 damage per hit with a +1 to hit per 3 caster levels. However, the weapon is not considered magical for the purpose of dealing damage. Or striking blows that can only be hit with magic weapons. Oh, sorry, that's spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, striking. I thought I was reading striking. Where's striking?
Striking is
And one and makes it
Is
does. It makes an otherwise non-magical weapon magical.
Yeah, so striking would be pretty legit. If you wanted to make my weapon magical.
Yep.
For some reason.
Well, so hit a creature that can, like a ghost or whatever.
If that's what's going to work. It did, from what you guys said, it did sound a bit ghostly. So yeah, sure. I mean, ghosts are like really dangerous to fight as well. So I'm not like, what's our reward for fighting these things? Either way, the undead creatures that are that powerful that they can only be harmed by magical weapons, like, they're a bad time to fight. That's all I'm saying.
This is not 3rd edition or 5th edition.
Yeah.
Therefore, they're even more likely to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they're a bad time. Like, I don't. What's the reward? What do we get for defeating it at Lacrima Keep?
Gratitude.
That's a fair question. I mean, ultimately, it would have been Lord Castellane offering the reward. I think. Let me check my notes.
No, wasn't it there a lady that we rescued from the Laughing Woods?
No, she wasn't. She
No.
wasn't Lacrima Keeping. But the abbot,
I thought,
who
I thought she was
he
from
had
Lacrima
something to
Keep.
do with it. Actually, is the abbot still in town?
Good question.
I'm sure that the lady from Laughing Woods was from Lacrima Keep.
Don
she was-
Duran.
Oh, right.
Don
Oh, she was
Duran.
Don Durant, was she?
Oh,
Yeah.
The reason he was actually in, that girl was actually in Donjuran where we were there, and he knew about the lady.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But we first met him in Lacrima Keep.
Correct. Out in
And
the
then
middle of
from
the ice.
Lacrima Keep, he went to Doldoran because Lacrima Keep was shut down. But then once we rescued the lady, he was like, I'm headed back to Sumberton if you want to do Lacrima Keep. Like, check, look me up, yo.
Okay, so my note says,
Says Minerva walking past.
Huh. So yeah, so in my notes, the abbot has a job for us: clear out Lacrima Keep and destroy the Banshee. Apparently paid by the Council of Summerton in land.
Let me just reiterate something I have mentioned previously. The only time it has ever been referred to as a banshee was when you as a group have named it and called it such.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nobody else has ever referred to it, has ever used the word banshee.
Look, when are we ever
I
wrong,
still
right?
haven't.
No, it's a fair point.
I'm just
I've
putting
never
it out
seen
there.
Cool. I don't know what it is. When Sean said ghost, that sounded fairly reasonable. Banshee,
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I don't think she ever screamed at me. Although, I guess then I'd be dead. So yeah, deader earlier. Whatever. So I feel like someone would have died. Who knows?
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe she's just trying to drain our souls.
Well, ghosts do interesting things in first edition. Actually, they continue doing it. Yeah, you guys encountered a ghost in 5th, and it did something to you, if you remember. But whatever. Yes. So I think it's reasonable that we give it a go. I'm just trying to say, powerful undead like this, even if you defeat them, they often inflict horrific wounds on people. That's what I'm saying. So the people who are going to engage it, Hypatia, Jaquan, you would want a real reward out of that. So maybe talk to the abbot and make sure that you're going to get a good reward for such a high risk of permanent injury.
Okay. Apparently, for the foreman Andrus was in Summerton last time the abbot checked, so we could try and find him.
Okay. We'll go asking around to see if people are still posting a reward for clearing Lacrima Keep.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so you got me to put you back onto the Sumberton map.
Yes.
Well, could we just ask kindly Ullery, since we're right here right now? I mean, he knows a lot of people.
He doesn't know of this foreman.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, but I mean, just does he even know about Lacrima Keep or who we might talk to about clearing it?
I don't have a lot of knowledge of Lacrima Keep. It is a place that has been a thorn in the side of Summerton for some time. I know that much. I know that for a long time it was considered to be an accursed place and people didn't travel past it at night time.
Yep.
But recently they tried to do some work on it, tried to reclaim it, tried to re-establish it as a military outpost at, I believe, the request of Donalgan, because it was a military keep. So therefore, it would fall under his purview. So,
Okay, so maybe we should ask at the keep.
so he and Castellane decided to try and retake Lacrima Keep, and a crew with some small group of garrison went out and attempted to reclaim it, rebuild it, etc. And a small shanty town grew up around the outsides, but it didn't last long, and there was apparently some more deaths inside it, and it was packed up, and for all I know, it is once again considered to be accursed, and no one travels past it at night.
Oh well. Do,
I'm
do you happen? Do you happen to know the abbot? Was
Forsyth. I can't remember what his
Forsyth.
actual name is. Oh, it was Forsyth. Awesome.
Abbot Forsyth. Can't say that I do. He not a member of any faith that, or at least he is not a member of a clergy who is within these city limits. My knowledge tends to really be within the city. I don't go outside of the city, and the information that I get is second-hand or third-hand, anecdotal at best, from people such as yourselves, other people who come and stay or want to do some meditation or repent, whatever, try and get some abstinence or some absolving of sins, etc., or people I speak to on the streets. But Abbot Forsyth, the name is not familiar, no. One of the other churches, possibly, especially if he is a member of their clergy outside of the city. Why? Is there something that you need from him?
We just want. I guess.
We
Come on,
want to find
Alman,
out if the job to clear Lacrima Keep is still going and what the reward is.
If there is a job to clear out Lacrima Keep, Abbot Forsyth, whoever he is, would be in no position of authority to give you one.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd have to be Donegan at the moment.
I would
Probably
assume
most of his
so.
issues.
I would assume so, unless he had a personal stake.
And Donegan wouldn't be able to give out land, would he? That would have to have been Lord Castellane, the late Lord Castellane.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think that job's off the table at the moment.
I'm
Alright.
not sure we're up for it anyway.
Well, I mean, the only people who have to be up for it are Hypatia and Jaquan, hopefully. The rest of us can flee.
That's so reassuring.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get to see it the first time. Was it a corporal being or an incorporeal being?
Incorporeal, very much so.
Yep.
It also, like, yeah, we were lucky to get out of there alive.
I'd say so. Yeah.
The most of the people who were sent there were lucky to get out of alive. Many of them didn't. It seemed, and it did, from what we recall, it seemed to get stronger. Like the more time it was
Passed.
there.
Maybe. We don't know. We only saw it once, but if the rumors are true.
I could, if you are of a mind to go and try and remove the curse from Lacrima Keep, there are plenty of other people within the valley who would have a stake in that. Now, some of those would be merchants. The fact that Lacrima Keep is at a fork does provide some issue for mercantile endeavors trying to pass it by. So perhaps speak to some merchant guilds. They might be able to offer a reward for it. There is also possibly some other religious interest in there. Now, I have nothing to give. I would any evil that's within its walls, absolutely, I would be only too happy to see eradicated. The evil that pervades the lands is pernicious at the best of times, and any attempt to cleanse the land and reclaim it is, noble
Good.
and worthy. But there are other churches in town, in the city, far larger and wealthier than I, who might also be interested in seeing its cleansing and be able to offer some monetary reward. That is, if that is what you are after. I mean, cleaning it out for the sake of cleaning it out is a truly heroic deed, and one that would get you much in the way of noteworthy respect for a number of people. But that is, of course, if you wish to go there again. It is an accursed place, and many have lost their lives there over the years. And there is no obligation upon you to risk yours.
Yeah. I mean, Willowbroad would probably be pretty chuffed as well,
Oh yeah.
because he's trying to eradicate undead from the valley, and it is undead. He's putting together a team, I hear. The B team.
Wasn't that Kingsley?
Yes, Kingsley is, but Willowbroad was,
Helping.
He was in on it.
his peer.
He's howling Mad Murdoch.
Mm-hmm. Or the stuffed teddy bear. Either way.
But
I wonder
yes,
if 18 teddy bear works.
that's something to think about. I can tell you who else would probably be very interested in cleaning it out, from my understanding, is that Quell fellow, that silver.
Yes, he
Yeah.
would definitely be interested in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
But-
Kruma Keep does cause issues for trade and the carriage of cargo and supplies to Silvermont.
Mm.
He might be able to offer a reward if you were after coin.
I suspect he would. Whether we'll
Yeah.
deal with him is another matter.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard he's a tricky fellow.
Well, I would certainly, from our encounters, I would most certainly agree.
Wasn't he going to give us the ruins of Endershell as well?
If we cleaned it out, yeah.
Oh, he is not in a position to give you any ruins of Andreshell. Did he tell you that?
No, he said he'd give us land and title, not the runes. He wanted the runes for himself.
Yeah. Even then, it doesn't. I think it sounds a little bit beyond his ability at the moment.
Maybe.
Anyway, I have things to do today. Unless you need me for anything, I will be off for my duties.
Cool. Once
I think
once
well.
Carly leaves, I'll mention the group. We could pretty confidently stake our own claim on the Kruma Keep if we're the ones to reclaim it. Like, no one else is there, and who's going to argue with us when we're literally the ones that went there, cleared it out, when nobody else could do it?
Maybe the garrison, but they've probably got better things to do right now. Maybe eventually.
Depends. Like, they can do kind of mean stuff to us because trade embargoes work on us and they don't work on like an undead spirit thing because they can just be like,
I'm not saying we keep it. I'm saying we sell it.
oh, we just sell it to somebody.
Yeah.
And then they get kicked out.
Maybe. I just feel yeah, exactly.
You should have done a revs check. Ha
Yeah, suck it. No, it wasn't us. It was some other people. We all wear eye patches when we sell it and fake beards.
I'm saying that is another option if we're that concerned about it.
I do think that Kingsley would be very interested in us clearing it out. I think, and that would be ample reward if we are looking for a reward and we want to do Lacrima Keep, or at least it should be ample reward. If we go talk to him, I'm sure he will be willing to, give us something reasonable.
How confident are we that we can take this creature?
I have zero confidence.
Well,
I give this a 50-50 at best.
yeah. Well, it is certainly risky. Not being able to not being able to hit an enemy in my profession is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And how do we check to see if it's actually going to work?
Well,
We go
if
there
we
and
are actually hurting it, we'll probably be able to tell. The
'Cause
problem is making it, hurt.
Here's the thing: magic bow doesn't equal magic arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So as awesome as it will be, I will still I have a magic weapon, but it's not going to help.
Is that true, girl? Sorry.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I can use the spell on a quiver of arrows.
You can.
That's like 10, I think.
So the in this edition, magic bows and magic arrows stack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good in some ways and not good in others. I mean, if I enchant my quiver of arrows, I'm going to be doing what?
Really good damage.
Insanely good damage because I get the one.
Yeah.
D6 plus 2. Or whatever you normally do. Which is what? D8 plus 1. Or D8 plus 2, actually. So you'll be doing D8 plus D6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Seems pretty strong.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the spell was for every 3 levels, so
Yeah, which is only plus 1.
Yeah, next level it'll be plus.
Another one.
I think yes. I think we have a good chance of doing it. I think we should do it. It's whether are we that fussed about getting paid or having a reward for doing it.
Well, it would be nice to have some reward in case someone, our life force is drained and only a sizable donation and for services will fix it.
Not everything that undead do can be fixed.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for that. I'm no expert.
You are an expert on being ill, however.
Oh yeah, hacking cough.
I mean, that's true. You sort of have a get out of jail free card, maybe. Maybe she'd be able to reverse it for you.
But I don't know what by killing me.
No, you've got a
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yes,
You've got a favor.
the favor, indeed.
Look, yeah. If we're doing Lacrima Keep, let's go talk to Kingsley.
Mm-hmm.
So we go talk to Kingsley.
So that's what you want to do, is it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's chuck you back on this then. Actually, I'll leave that up there. You don't need to go back and see the map of Summerton. Having the tasks and other guff up, because you may have forgotten that you guys created that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I really do want to go to that inverted tower, but Lacrima Keep is closer, so I guess we'll do that.
Yeah, and some more leveling would be nice.
Okay, so you go to the Chicane Merchant Guild, and it is reasonably busy. There are the guards out front, like there always are.
Mhm.
And you have, over the last year or so, I guess, ingratiated yourself reasonably well with them, at least some of you have, and the guards know you and will let you pass without too much issue. Kingsley is sitting down at a table. He's propped up on a number of cushions, and he's tucking into a roast chicken, it seems, some kind of roast bird. And he has a big goblet of wine next to him, his greasy fingers, etc. And he looks up as you come in. "Ah, hello, my friend," says the quite rotund halfling.
Greetings!
Hello,
It's
Kingsley.
been too long.
"Oh, yes. Sorry,
Think
I've
you're looking good.
just been having my lunch. What can I do for you? Are you after a job? Have you got news?"
I suppose we are.
Sort of.
We are considering. We're considering trying to slay or otherwise bash or otherwise defeat the
A spirit.
spirit spirit haunting Lacrima Keep. Would you have a financial incentive for us doing so, considering it is a very risky proposition?
Oh, and here I were thinking you were heroes. Oh, the travesty. No, you're after money. I completely understand. Yes, did speak to you about this, or at least some of you, many months ago. There has been a number of, from what we understand, undead risings up in the valley. And yes, Lacrima Keep. Unfortunately, the attempts to reclaim it have fallen by the wayside, and they say that there is some kind of ghostly spirit within. If you can kill it, destroy it, absolutely we can come to some kind of financial remuneration for your efforts. What are you thinking?
Well,
Obviously, we haven't been thinking about it.
no. I mean, do you have good armor smiths maybe working for you? Because I certainly would like a very nice suit of armor. That's
Oh no, we are a merchants guild.
just merchants. Okay.
So here's the thing. If we get this cleaned out,
Mhm.
but you'd be working for the Chicane Merchant Guild.
Mhm.
So therefore, we would have to tell everybody that we, the Chicane Merchant Guild, undertook this, and you would be working at our behest, and therefore, you'd be saying to everybody, the Chicane Merchant Guild did this.
Right. So you'd get the fame. Gotcha.
We would curry favor with people. Yes, absolutely. And we could absolutely remunerate you with a good deal of coin.
Okay.
Can you get like a funky label saying Merchant Guild that I can put on my cloak?
We don't need a sponsorship. It's a one-time job. We're not on retainer.
I was going to say, what do we want to be? Like, I think I'm signing up for the whole let's purge all the undead in the valley is a good.
We have some other stuff to do as well, though. Could we come back to maybe purging the rest of the undead? Because we still want to go find Leshinara.
Well, we can do a bit of. I'm sure we can find some on the way.
So, the other thing we could do, I did try previously when I mentioned this to you. I think we were coming back from Don Duran or maybe Silverman, somewhere anyway, and we were on board carriage. That I had tried to speak to a number of other people of prominence about getting some form of small force, task force, or whatever to try and eliminate this threat. I had spoken to Castellane, God rest his soul, wherever he may be. I had spoken to members of the garrison and other influential people around so that we didn't have to foot the entire financial burden of it. But if you wish to try and go all out and destroy undead everywhere, rumor has been coming to me recently of some powerful undead creature living in the Grove of Icicles. Rumor has been, from all the trappers and hunters that up around Hemulak, that they have seen and heard mysterious things within the Grove of Icicles, and that there is another undead creature growing in power there. Now that would also be somewhere to think about going and cleaning out. The Grove of Icicles and puts pressure upon Hemulak, which is the entrance to the valley other than the river. And a lot of our trade comes in and out of that road. And the more danger up there, the less likely we are to get decent trade on a regular occurrence, or the more people we have to put on, which costs more money. So we're prepared to put money down now to protect our interests in the future. That's if you don't want to do Lacrima Keep, obviously, right now. There are many different options. I've been speaking to another adventurer. I think you might know him. He's a mighty fine individual. Willibrod, yes. Marvelous character. He has been trying to get together a small group also and he's been undertaking a few things here and there for us. Very successful, mind you. He's been able to give me nothing but glowing reports of his success.
He's been, unable to tell you of his failures. Correct. I can imagine that. He seems like a swell guy. Look, lots of gold sounds like a reasonable reward. Maybe a wagon and some horses.
We can buy things with gold. I don't know why are you so against getting gold?
Yeah, I'm curious about
I'm not
it.
against gold. I was saying gold's pretty good.
We do
I'm
have a
cool with
horse
gold.
and cart too, well, not a horse and cart, a mule and a wagon.
Yes.
Herd
But I
donkeys
mean,
even.
if they're merchants and we want to buy stuff with gold, surely we can get things from them for, their actual rates. Wouldn't they prefer us to spend it at the company store?
Well, chances are that if you're going to buy a wagon, you'd buy it from a wagon, right? Not a merchant.
Sure. If they don't own their own wagon, right?
So you haven't told me, friends, how much would you be interested in being paid to go to Lacrima Keep? I don't want to give you a number and insult you, so I'd prefer for you to tell me what you think it is worth. From memory, you have actually been inside the keep and lived. You know what you're up against.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can't guarantee you'd get what you ask, and I can't notarize any payment at the moment. I'd have to take it to my peers for evaluation, but it's better that you give me a number.
All right. Group huddle. What do you want to? I'm thinking $2,000. What does everyone else think? As in, this is a group huddle away from Kingsley.
Sure.
Well, no one else has managed to do it. It's been there for a long time, and many groups have gone in and died. So I think we can ask a lot for it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
The question is whether we upfront admit that we don't know the worth of this and ask Kingsley just to offer us something, because that's what Lenza feels would be appropriate here, because we have no clue. Do we really have any idea how much this is worth? Like, is it 5,000? Is it 10,000?
We don't know how much.
If you're willing to put your life on the line for that, because permanent injury, because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, Hypatia, you are the one. You are the most likely person who is going to be crippled by this. Okay, and like last time we went to get healing for this kind of thing, it was like 1,000 gold to heal a person.
Yep.
Right?
And a request.
And a request. So 2,000 gold seems nowhere near enough for a monster of this power. Like, this is, if you were going in at less than 5,000, I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, in my mind, Lacrima Keep, like, how much does it cost to build a keep like that? Like 100,000 gold?
A lot of money.
Right? So if we're gaining them something that's worth 100,000 gold, why are we going in for less than 10% of that? If it was salvage that, maritime law that we enforced nowadays. If you save a ship at sea, you get 40%. Right? Like, in these days, 40% is pretty nice. Like, I'm sort of like, what? Yeah.
Alright.
That's
Okay.
where I'm coming in. I'm like, this to me is between 10k to 40k sort of thing. That's my price for I get a permanent injury that I can never cure, and if it can be cured, it's going to cost like thousands of gold and a favor.
Alright.
What's the conversion rate roughly, Grail, between like this gold and our real world money?
Our real world money.
Yeah,
Oh,
like is it if that isn't as a thing? I just want to try and get some context of how much this is all, because like I understand like small amounts and everything, but like I don't know how at this scale it's a lot bigger than.
it's a tough question.
It is a tough question. Okay, consider this. There is a correlation between wealth in a pseudo-historical or a historical setting and the real world, and that is that true wealth is not obtained by money.
Mhm.
Okay, so especially in a historical and pseudo-historical setting, real wealth is land.
Mm.
You cannot go and lay claim to land. The people who live in the city and live in the towns around here do not own their property. They do not have the right to own property. Only certain people of noble birth or of powerful guilds or merchants, etc., can actually own land, and even then, it's more like a 99-year lease.
Mhm.
Okay, so real wealth comes not from coin, but from land. Castellane is one of the wealthiest people going around, but he doesn't have a vault full of hundreds of thousands of coins. Okay, and this is why also when you start looking at large volumes of money, you don't get it in coin, you get it in letters of credit,
Trade.
checks.
Yeah. Deeds.
Okay, because that amount of money actually doesn't exist in the
Yeah.
city. It just doesn't exist. So it becomes funny money, kind of. It's all in credit.
Well, yeah, and nations used to do that. They used to
Yep.
trade in, like, you will get access to my tradesmen, so we'll build you, like, 12,000 pots, and those will be delivered to blah, blah, blah city or whatever.
Yep. So to try and give you a correlation or a real world valuation of money, it's a bit hard. A peasant or someone who is lower class earns only like a gold a month.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so take that into consideration. The stuff that you walk around, even when you were starting adventurers first level, you were walking around with a peasant's lifetime earnings.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why not everybody becomes an adventurer. A, because it's super critically dangerous, and B, because you need money to be able to do it.
And C, you need ambition because you might, if you've got that much money, why go and get yourself killed?
To be fair, Mark started with less than a peasant would earn in their lifetime.
Yep.
Yeah, so they made a replica of Noah's Ark, right? And it cost over 100 million. And it is cheaper to build than a keep, I would hazard to say, since it's just a really big boat, not like
So I'm sorry,
a massive fortification.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't give a different kind of answer. It's just really hard.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's what I wanted to know.
Yep.
So do we ask for do we ask for the keep?
You can't ask for the keep. Like, he has no ability to bestow that upon us.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't anyway. That would be asking for the full 100,000 anyway. Although I guess it's opening up the trade route for him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the advantage. But that's why I'm saying 40k. Like, they get something that's worth at least 100,000. There's no way that keeps worth less than that, in my opinion. Right? I mean, and we open up the trade route. But I just don't think that he's going to be like, yeah, 40,000 gold is like, totally, I can just hand that. I mean, I guess it's on completion, but still, like, I don't know how much these guys trade in. Like,
Okay.
would they have the ability to build a keep themselves?
No.
Right. So, do they have that much wealth? It seems unlikely. Like, they're going to be wanting favor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think Donegan is able to build a keep. You know what I mean? So that they want to pay substantially less for getting the keep back, sort of thing. But I am still thinking, we go in at least 15. Like, I would like to be we would like 15,000 gold. Even if we say we'll only buy the stuff from you,
Okay.
which effectively gives it, that's only then 7,500 gold effectively for them.
So to put this into context, I've just looked up in the D&D Rules Cyclopedia, which is the basic expert companion master Immortals rule set in one tome. This is because Labyrinth Lord is basic expert in 1E. So basic expert was published before Beckman, but they are very similar. Now, there were rules for building of strongholds.
Because you did it like ninth.
Yep, and how much it cost. A keep, square, which is a stone 80 foot by 60 foot by 60 foot building, 75,000.
Isn't this bigger than that though? Lacrima Keep has a curtain wall, doesn't it?
It is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way it's less than 100,000. It's probably a lot more. The Central Keep itself sounded like it was taller than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bigger building. We walked around it for an hour or something
not that long.
Not that long.
You spent a fair bit of time because you were investigating.
Okay, good.
Not just doing a circumference.
Okay. Because I was like, it was big. I remember it being big. I mean, it had a stables and it had a tavern that we were at.
That was a shanty town.
That was a shanty town that was built.
Oh, we were in the shanty town. I thought we were in inside the curtain wall, there were a couple of buildings.
No, the keep itself is reasonably small, but it is still bigger than the one I just read out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is a bit more of a fancy construction. So, yes, there was a shanty town which was accounting for the crew that were trying to restore it, the garrison that was there to look after them, and people that were coming and going. They were trying to build up a small town around the outside, which would probably become a new town in the future. It never took because things happened.
Okay, what if we say 25,000 gold if we buy stuff that you guys are selling? We buy from you guys at standard prices, or 15,000 gold if you'll give us a letter of credit. How's that sound to people? Would that be a reasonable offer?
We don't want to ask for more.
Well, you want to ask for more? How much would you ask for?
Well, we literally just discussed that this thing is going to be worth. You said this is going to be worth well over 100,000.
Yes.
To maintain after 50.
After 50. Oh my god! You can't ask for more than 40%. Nobody's going to give you that kind of return because they're not looking to build a keep. They're just looking to regain it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I don't know. I mean, we can try that, but I don't think he's going to go for it. I think we'll insult him. That's all I'm worried about. What do you think, Sean? What does the cleric think?
I think going for half the value of it is just not going to float.
Does anyone have any business acumen with their characters? Any secondary skills which might point towards some kind of understanding of guild practices?
I only have my backstory, but I didn't choose merchant as my background.
No, you didn't. So,
I would have. Why Lenza recommends admitting we have no idea and saying, "What would you think?"
Yeah, but
okay, you know what? Why don't we give him that information? Why aren't we look, we know that the keep's worth well over 100,000 gold.
But
so
again, they don't care about the value of the keep. To them, there's no value in the keep. It's just a build.
No, there is because they'll trade that keep to Donegan.
No, their value is in the trade route being open. And they
Well,
don't.
not
They
just
can't,
that.
They can't trade it to Donegan anyway because they don't own it. They don't trade it at all. The
Well-
value for the merchant guild is free access on the road.
Except they still get to claim that they cleared it out, if that makes sense. Like,
and they all have access. Like, it's not like no one can pass or can repeat. People pass or can repeat all the time. It's just a little more dangerous.
most people did pay salvage rights, like in the old days, because you wanted people to regain your property for you at a discounted price, because like you get stuff back. Like a noble who just said, "Oh, you regained a keep for me. It's mine. Fuck you," and didn't do like nobody's gonna clear out stuff for them. Like nobody's gonna help them. You know, nobles tended to be fairly generous. I know Donegan's not a noble, but you know what I mean. Like he's still going to want to reward the trading. Like he might not give them money. Maybe he's just going to give them better trading privileges or something like that. But he will definitely reward them in kind. There's a reason that Kingsley's like, you tell everybody it was us that made you do this. If he just wanted the trade route, he wouldn't care about the fame of doing it. He wants that fame because it has real value.
Yeah, fine, but we have no idea what that is.
Yep.
And it's not, and for him, he can just be like, no, that's not, you know, it's probably very unlikely it's going to be worth 40,000.
Well, what's it worth to us? What's taking this risk on worth? Because
Well,
I'm saying it's worth at least 15,000.
I would agree because
TPK.
Yeah.
We go back to him, we say 15k. If he doesn't like it, we walk away. It's that simple.
yeah, though, do we want to be? Are we prepared to be paid in other stuff like goods, land, salvage, portion fish revenue?
Yes, but he's already said he can only offer us money. So
Well, he said he would like to offer money, but he did ask us what we'd like. So if we can say, look, if you have 25,000 gold worth of stuff to sell us yourself, because let's face it, he runs a merchant place. He uses a markup. Surely selling to us, he's still making a profit that way. Because he'll be giving us like 12.5k worth of stuff.
Yeah, but
Because that's all 25,000 gold is worth to him, if that makes sense. Like he's getting at least a double markup, you know, when he sells stuff, right?
yeah.
Like
And
most
that's
people
it.
sell at 300% markup.
Okay, so if he does that, what are we gonna? What stuff that he could have could be of value to us? I mean, we'd be able to eat rations for the rest of our lives. That'd be nice.
He might trade in potions.
Oh yeah, that's good. Cool.
Every now and again. Horses, armor, weapons, regular goods. You might be right though. Maybe he only trades in like flour and stuff. I don't know. That would kind of suck until we built something.
the next question is,
Mm.
money is going to be something he's going to have on hand. He can write us a letter of credit, and we've got the money and walk away. If we say, oh, we want to take the goods in armor or something like that, then we're sitting around potentially waiting for months before we get our payment for whatever we've done.
You're very logical. This is true. Letter of credit maybe is a better idea.
Right. Sure.
But we can say to him a letter of credit, all goods to the value of the same thing, agreed at any point after the fact. The thing is, we've already agreed on the value of the goods. That's what we're agreeing on. But I don't want him to rock up with like 15 grand worth of tulips, which I have to sell.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the deal. If he comes back to us and says, I've found this awesome magical sword, and we go, oh yeah, we reckon that's worth about 5 grand, well, we'll take that as payment, as the third payment. That's fine.
That seems unlikely. Kingsley strikes me the person who deals with much more
Mundane goods?
not mundane, but like he strikes me this person not to take a lot of chances. It's much more secure, solid stuff rather than random magical items that we happen to find.
Maybe. I mean, he's a big merchant house, right?
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have the cash there, right now. He's not going to have a magic sword or something. That we're talking about what we want to have, what we'd want.
All right, he's going to want to haggle. because he's a merchant. So let's go say a letter of credit for 20k, and he can work us down to 15.
Sure.
Sound
Done.
good?
Oh,
That,
so
that way we know what
don't
our
wanna-
window is.
We don't want to like actually ask him. What do you think?
Do you
No,
want
well,
to
we
do
know.
that?
We know.
That just increases his bargaining position.
He's just said he wants us to come up with a number. So we come up with a number. We give it to him. If he doesn't like it, well, no harm, no foul. We walk away.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
We
At the
do
end
it politely. It's all good.
At the end of the day, if we're not willing to go into the keep for less than 15 grand, we don't.
Don't. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Done.
I turn around and walk up to Kingsley. All right. We have come up with an amount that we are willing to clear the keep for, and hopefully none of us die.
Excellent.
A letter of credit of 20,000 gold, and all the fame shall be yours.
He drops his goblet. 20,000 coppers? Silvers? 20,000 is a lot, my friends. The letter of credit, though, is more accessible than 20,000 coins, so I don't know how you would carry 20,000 coins.
Oh, no. As a letter of credit.
Yes, I was agreeing with the letter of credit bit, but 20,000 is a lot. We are but humble merchants. Granted, we are a large mercantile guild, the largest in Summerton. 20,000.
If you claimed the keep, would you not get all the new contracts from Donegan?
No. So, 20,000. I'll tell you what, I will take that. I did ask you to give me a number, so I appreciate your candor. I will take that back to my peers, the other members of the houses, especially the Markjanzels, and we will see.
Okay. Well,
you must understand, and you know, I'm sure you're aware of the gravity, the danger of this endeavor. This is a potential. You know, we are seasoned adventurers, but even this is a dangerous undertaking, even for us.
Yes.
I am absolutely assuredly understanding the gravity of the situation. Make no mistake about that. It's just that I don't think you understand
your resources.
The how deep our pockets go. But I'll take it back and we'll have a discussion. I'll have an answer for you on the morrow. Is that acceptable?
That is absolutely acceptable.
Fantastic.
Very well. And if your peers do not get back, there's no hard feelings.
Of course.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Have a good day.
You too. I hope you didn't spoil your meal.
No, it's fine. I need to cut back anyway. The gout.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, then you know how much magical healing costs for that gout.
This was why I wanted.
Look, that's fine. I still think I just didn't want to do it for less, really. Yeah. I fully predict one of us dying, and I'm just sort of like, this seems bad to me.
If you want, we can go straight to the morrow. Unless you want to do anything.
Is there any other jobs we want to investigate if this doesn't come through?
The only other thing that I wouldn't mind seeing if we could. No, that's fine. I was just gonna say maybe we should check out that House of Wonders again, but no, that's okay. We'll hang on to what money we have left. Just thinking some additional equipment might actually be pretty good, but yeah.
Talking of additional equipment, have we got Kruber's new armor yet?
Yes, we would have got it by now.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it and is everyone finished training? Or is Minerva still training?
Minerva's still training.
Minerva's off
And
doing stuff. Who knows?
Doing things.
She's gone. She's not talking to you guys.
She's got her wand with the 10 settings that's USB rechargeable.
Exactly. She's really putting the fix in on it.
Okay, so what you're
Out of
saying is she.
Out of character, does that mean you're not playing Minerva anymore, or?
That's correct.
For the,
Not
for the time being.
unless she achieves her goals and comes back.
Cool.
Okay.
She has something that she wants to do without the party, and until she succeeds in that, like, there's no reason to be adventuring.
So she wants to go on a solo quest to find a USB charger. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
She's doing.
She was with you guys for a reason, and she succeeded in that goal, so she's done.
Yeah, she's doing a particularly long downtime activity.
No worries. Okay, so in that case, we can leave whenever we want, which is nice. And then that does kind of nix the whole House of Wonders thing. I mean, if Minerva told me about, actually, would Minerva have actually talked about what was available there?
At the House of Wonder? Yeah, absolutely. She wouldn't shut up about it. She was like, guys, we got to get this stuff. Ooh,
I'm
frogs."
actually interested in the spoon. Because, not having to carry around rations, or at least for one person, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well,
Do you want to go buy that?
If we
what-
can
what- what?
keep, we can afford it.
Hang on, wasn't it 50 gold?
Yeah, it was 50 gold.
So what? That brings it. So what? Rations are what? 5 gold. 5 silver pieces each.
No, that's hardtack is 5 silver
Oh,
pieces.
hard-
Fresh rations are 2 silver.
Okay, so what? 50 divided by 0.2. So it'd have to be 250 rations worth to make it back. Fresh rations to make it back.
Yep.
But
You
that's
also
all.
got to. Yep. And it takes up less room in your inventory. It's freaking awesome. You're right. All magic is awesome, says Minerva's disembodied voice. Look, do it. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to get that, Minerva wanted to get everything. That's all I'm saying. Sure, wouldn't mind checking it out either. He's heard good things from a raving lunatic.
I wouldn't.
How many spoons do they have?
1. They had 1 spoon.
That's
still.
disappointing.
But they also had a knife that always spreads butter perfectly on bread. Dude, legit.
That's.
Anyway, do we
Yeah.
want to check out the House of Wonders? If so,
Um,
let's just do it.
Sure.
I bet she does. Sure. Let's
Okay.
go.
Are you all going?
Yes, because she
Uh,
said that we should all go next time.
Yeah, though we're basically relying on Lenza to let us in, kind of,
Take us round back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The one who wants to go the least.
So this was
Take us there.
this was Poor Tennyson's Curiosities, number
Yeah.
31
Mm-hmm.
over here.
Mhm.
Okay. Where are we? It is Tennyson's Curator. All right. Poor Tennyson's Curiosities has its windows boarded up, and the door is closed.
We head round back. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you head around the back.
But Lenza will take the route as before.
Sure.
Surreptitious.
Yeah.
Whether
Sure.
Lenza remembers what the hell they did to get in the first time is entirely another thing, but
Looked in the window.
Oh, and I should point out that I feel like wearing my civvies today.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're not wearing your armor.
Yep.
Good call.
Not loaded for bear.
Cool.
Look unassuming for someone that for a lady who seems to be feel like a brick shit house.
Mhm.
Or at least swings like one anyway.
Part of the China swim team.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep. No worries. All right. You look like Amanda Nunes on a bad day. Okay. So, as around the back, there's this lady. Looks to be kind of gypsy-esque. You've seen her before, a couple of you. She's sitting on the stair and she's smoking a pipe. Ah, you're back. Hello. How are
Indeed.
you? Some of you are back, and there's new ones. Right. Are you going to buy those things? What was it I was trying to sell you again?
Quite
The
like
spoon.
The spoon. The
Spoon, yes.
There is no spoon.
Well,
No, you really wanted the taxidermy.
Yes. I mean, Minerva did, so that person's not here. Curses.
So anyway, feel free to come in, browse around. We have lots of little bits and pieces, knickknacks, etc. Mind you, anyone that steals, you'll lose a finger each night.
Ooh. That is such a cool threat.
yeah.
Shiro says that appreciatively.
She smiles at you. I like gnomes.
Cool. Lenza, as usual, will disinterestedly hover around the door, unless there's anything particularly that catches her eye. But from last time, it seems just the same shifty, untrustworthy. Why are we here?
What does this amazing cloak do? Shiro asks about the cloak that is way too big for him.
Well, it looks lovely.
Hmm.
That's always.
It's fine. Bit big for me.
Well, but
Or does one size fit all?
I've never actually tried it on. That's not true. Of course I did. As soon as it came in, I tried it on.
Ooh. Nice.
So, what does it do? Well, it will keep you warm. And it will help you. It helps you rest. It's a wonderful item.
It helps you rest.
Ah.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
That might be the type of cloak for Neville.
Neville?
Nevin?
Evan.
The big guy?
Oh yeah.
Should probably take Neville with us if we're going to go undead hunting too. But
If he's around.
Okay.
The curator sidles up to you, Lenza. Taps her because you're near the door. She was already close to the door. She taps the her pipe out on the frame, letting the embers fall to the ground, which she'll then kick away. So as she tucks it into her waistband, you're always fairly distrustful. You shouldn't be. Come on in. I'll get you something nice.
you do realize that you do realize that coming from the person that I don't trust, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Yes, but how are we going to be friends if you don't start to trust me? Look.
Oh, I have no interest in being friends.
Oh, that's
my
that-
party seems to
that-
be quite excited about it, but
that-
What do you have
hurts.
charisma for?
I have close, yes.
Okay, never mind. Take it back.
I have 8, so it's not too bad.
Oh.
This is not a charisma thing. This is just Lenza thing.
Okay. Are there boots in this store? Are there shoes and boots and stuff? I just want to start looking
There
around
are
for...
a number of boots and shoes. Most of them seem to be mismatched. In fact, there is a pile of boots and shoes and sandals in a large kind of wicker basket. They're covered in dust and stuff like that. And the curator will take a sidelong look at Lance and say, it's a shame. It cuts deep. And she'll wander off.
I'm sure you've got better things to worry about than my friendship somehow.
Don't know what
Maybe.
you're missing. And she'll wander back further into the store and look around. She'll see you looking at the boots. Go through there. Most of them are a mishmash. You don't know what you'll get. Could be fun. Maybe your foot will fall off. No, your foot won't fall off. But no, most of those boots are just got minor enchantments on them. They're comfortable, or they don't wear out, or they'll just fit all the time, or they keep your feet dry, stuff like that.
It's been quite hard. I've joined these giants. I'm surrounded by them constantly. And, you know, among the Stonekin, my dwarven brothers, we all move together. I'm finding myself falling behind quite often. So I'm looking for something that can put like a bit of a spring in my step, or
I know what you need. She'll
stilts.
Drug.
She'll lean over. She'll lean over and say, "We have a charm. It'll slow all the rest of them down."
Does it slow everything down? That actually sounds pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
The charm does need to be tattooed upon your body, though.
Oh, wait, does it look good? How mad is this tattoo?
Oh, it's okay, I guess.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound amazing.
I mean, you could get it put in a place that people aren't going to look at. It's it's just a slowness ward on you, to slow people down near you, etc. Not by much, and most people won't notice it. But for a concerted travel, it'll bring you more on par with them. Fantastic.
Actually, just says idiot in Chinese.
But if you like these boots, I'm sure we can find a set that will fit you.
Yeah, I'll look around for a very fine set of brown and gold boots if they have any, or brown and orange.
And you, priest, she'll say, looking at Sean,
Yes.
and a priest of nobility. My father was a member of that religion. May his soul rest wherever souls rest, she'll say, the heavens or whatever. But yes, a noble religion it is. Anyway, what is it that I can get for you? I think I know something that would be most beneficial for you.
Yes.
A man of faith such as yourself, and a handsome one at that. Let me find something for you. She'll go and she'll start rummaging through some boxes, etc. And then she'll pull out what appears to be a silver holy symbol. It's got imagery of all the 8 upon it in their various aspects, etc. And it's fairly sizable. This one. It used to be my father's. I'll sell it to you for 50 gold. I was going to say 100, but since you are of the same faith as he was, 50.
Is there anything special about the holy symbol, or is it just a really nicely made one? Just if I look at it.
It was your dad's.
It is it is nicely made, and you can see quite distinct the level of detail upon the visages of the 8, and she'll make some kind of attempted blessing sign. She doesn't do it very well. It's clear that she is not religious or not practicing very much. I believe it has some kind of power over spirits or creatures of death or something like that. At least that's what my father used to tell me.
May I have a look at it?
Of course. There you go. She holds it up in front of you.
May I
Lovely,
touch
isn't it? Oh, touching it. You can touch it. Oh, who am I joking? She'll hand it to you. Just remember, your fingers will, one a night. Anyway, what else can I sell anybody? 50 gold pieces, remember? It's a great deal.
Well, we want that spoon.
Does Sean notice anything about it that's of particular interest, or anything stand out with it?
It is large and bulky, bigger than your other holy symbol. It's very ostentatious. Nice. It looks more like a commemorative type thing you'd put upon a wall rather than a holy symbol you hang around your neck.
Right.
But it does look quite nice. in a really gaudy kind of way.
Can I cast Detect Magic on it?
Sure.
Does
You cast Detect Magic in
The magic.
the magic shop, and there's glowing going off everywhere.
But is the thing in my hands glowing?
Very mildly, yes.
Very mildly?
Yep.
Fair enough. And the cloak?
The cloak, where is that cloak? Oh, it's right in front of me. It's got a glow about it as well. The taxidermy, which sits off to the side, has the strongest glow.
Oh.
That's why we should buy it.
But there is a lot of glowing coming from all around you.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
That's something.
so the large, intimidating-looking lady.
Wow, hello there.
I know exactly what you need.
Well, praise hell.
It's a new set of lungs.
I have for you. She grabs you by the arm and squeezes your bicep. Ooh, aren't you the strong one? No need for anything to help you with that. A warrior, no doubt, and a powerful one.
Oh, you're quite observant. I flex.
she just likes flattery.
Yes, she's a sweet talker.
I have something for you. It will be what you would absolutely love. Let me find it, and then she'll start going and digging through a whole bunch of different things.
Treasure and treasure.
It totally is.
Let me put this there.
Ooh.
Haha, this is what you need. It is what appears to be a poniard made of carved bone, but it is small. It is probably about half the size of what you would expect a poniard to be. Doesn't look like it's particularly lethal, but it looks kind of, interesting. She'll hand it to you. It's light.
Alright.
It's cool to the touch. This,
Cool. Cooler than I expect a piece of bone to be, presumably.
yes, it's like it's been a piece of bone that's been left in the fridge. But of course, they have no fridge here.
Icebox.
In the cold.
So this will help you after your battles to rejuvenate. A great warrior used to have this.
How much is that?
I could sell
it
this.
magic?
Yes, it's magical.
Strong or medium or weak?
It's about the same as the cloak. I could sell this to you for look, maybe 300 gold.
I mean,
What
that
it will
actually
do-
sounds surprisingly useful.
What it will do is, if you spend a week lathering it in your own blood nightly, and then carrying it upon your person, nestled against your bare flesh, from then on, you will heal at a much quicker rate. Wounds in battle will barely bother you. Well, they'll bother you after you get cut, but you'll heal quicker. A great warrior carried this. Famous warrior.
the chosen.
Wow. That actually sounds pretty awesome.
It does sound pretty awesome. I mean, I'm sold, but she can pretty much sell me anything.
Sounds terrifying to me.
Oh, it sounds terrifying, but you got to understand that Hypatia worships madness. So
Lenza from the back says it sounds like bullshit.
it's definitely magical. Also, we know where the shop is. Like, I don't feel like she's.
Yes, but if you've gone insane, you don't have to worry about reprisals.
The curator will lean over to you, Hypatia. Don't listen to that one back up there. She's an elf. Can't be trusted.
Well, I sort of whispered back.
That's obvious.
I don't so mind a bit so much being an elf, but she's a bit of a party pooper.
How dare you not be racist? What are you?
It's not racism because it's a different species.
It's just
bigotry.
bigotry. Okay.
She just happens to be she's a joker who just happens to be an elf. What?
Yeah.
Hey,
So you said the dagger's the same sort of level as the cloak. What was the cloak?
We don't know what the cloak does. It keeps you warm.
Look, to tell you the truth, you don't really get power levels from detect magic, so I'm being incredibly evasive anyway. But you know, it is about the same power level as the cloak, not as powerful as the taxidermy.
And they're all brighter than the holy symbol.
Yes.
Yep.
So this Cronesbone, this doesn't like feed off anyone. Well, I suppose I don't really care about my enemies, but does it feed off my companions' life force or anything? Do you know that?
That's a good question. The warrior who carried it did operate alone, so no, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. No. It just requires you to bathe it for a week in your own blood and then keep it next to your skin. That's all.
Dude, if you don't want it, if Hypatia does not want that, Jaquan wants that.
Yeah.
I am telling you right now. If Hypatia does not buy that, Jaquan is going to buy that. If Jaquan doesn't buy that, then Shura is going to be really unhappy because he has 0 gold.
Right. So I'm actually kind of I'm kind of sold on this one. This seems, it's certainly in principle, this seems pretty good. Has anyone object to me using the party gold to pay for this?
Has nothing to do with me.
I mean, Lenza does, but are you gonna listen? Are you gonna listen to her?
No.
How much money do we actually have left? Like, do we still
Okay.
have all that amount?
2,500.
Yeah. It's not going to be.
Did we spend 194 on something?
We spent 100 on owing Tobias, who we should probably pay.
We definitely should.
But we still don't have access to the. We need to break that down somehow. That's probably something we can always ask Kingsley to do.
Well, I think we should actually cash out a bit so someone has about 100. Everyone has about 100 gold pieces on them as well. And on the off chance there isn't a summons to cash it back to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pretty extreme.
Is there a place that you can cash?
You already owed me Lenza 100 gold.
Yeah. Is there a way to cash a letter of credit?
You can, but again, depending upon the size of the letter of credit, a lot of people don't carry that much coin.
Yeah, but could we get like 10 platinum each or something like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So you would have to go to either a bank, something like that, or the Chicane Merchant Guild, or a guild of sizable quantity, a noble, or the garrison, somewhere which is going to be able to deal with that.
Could we have done it when we went to see Kingsley?
Possibly.
We'll come back to see Kingsley anyway. So
yeah, so we're seeing him tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. So let's try that tomorrow.
All right. So I think, because I get the feeling that this kind of establishment will take cash only.
Dang
well,
it.
I don't know. I'll ask her. I'm presuming you deal in cash only, not letters of credit.
Oh, letters of credit. I'll deal with a letter of credit, but I'll up the price by 50%.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
We'll just come back tomorrow.
Yep. We I assure you, well, I'm very interested in that bone, but we just need to cash in that letter of credit, and Might take us probably take us about a day to do that, but
We'll be
You
back
should.
with the gold.
Now, do you want that holy symbol, noble priest?
Not sure. I don't have the money on me at the moment anyway, so I'm gonna have to go off and
sleep on it.
Because you need to break down the letter as well, do you?
It's fair enough.
Currently the person who has the most money on them is Blenzer with
Doesn't
25
Jaquan have a
gold.
bunch? Oh. I thought Jaquan had a bunch of money on him.
Quan has
Yeah.
23 gold. But Lenza should have had 125 gold. But all right. Yeah, I remember that. Why? Who was keen on buying that? If anyone.
Minerva was. You're talking about the frog taxidermy?
Yes.
Yes. Minerva.
Did she ever mention what she thought it did, or what the?
No, because they were being really very evasive, and it's.
It sounded cool, and also Sean says that it's magical now.
So it does something. What we'd have to
Look,
figure out what it does.
last time Minerva came across something that was really cool, it was this potion that supposedly controlled dragons, and then later we came across a dragon we didn't have that potion. Just saying. And we could have got killed by that dragon. Trying to
That's true.
control it.
it's gonna either make you be able to stab at something or be stabbed by something.
Okay. Also, don't talk to the curator and say I heard. One of my comrades also said you mentioned you had some sort of spoon of that created food or something.
Yes. You want it?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, absolutely. But again, we'll come back tomorrow with the letter
No.
credit. I mean, with the cash.
Jaquan's got enough money for that.
Wasn't it 50?
He has 6 platinum on him.
Ah.
What a stroke of luck! It's worth 60 gold. And she'll dig out a wooden spoon that's looks kind of a bit crusty and grimy, and she'll knock some kind of scungy mold off it, tap it out a bit. This is it, I think.
All right.
Now where's the bowl that goes with it? Ah, here it is. And she'll get a wooden bowl out and she'll tap out what appears to be ash and ember from it. I shouldn't have used this for ashtray.
Smoking.
But there you go. Just give it a wash,
Right.
rinse off with water, it'll be fine. Put the spoon in it with some water each day and it'll make porridge for one. Lovely.
Porridge for one.
Is it magical?
The porridge.
No. When I look
Bowl
at
of
the
spoon.
spoon and bowl, do they look
Of
magical?
course
Yes.
it is.
Well,
Okay.
the spoon is, not the bowl.
Just checking. It's probably only got like a mild light enchantment or something. And
Well, sure. 60. All right.
Okay, he has paid that.
you should test it. Has it been used today?
No.
Why would we
let's test it?
Oh, okay.
Put some
Sure.
boiling water in it and make sure it fills up with porridge.
Delicious porridge.
Okay. You put some water in it. You put the spoon in the bowl, and the water turns to porridge. Steaming hot porridge.
That is pretty cool.
Shiro says,
Colour
I'm
me
not with-
impressed.
I'm not with those guys. Anyway, if you find any boots that would make someone go faster, just think of me.
I will. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put out feelers to all the people around. See if I can find some for you.
Ooh, that would be amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very well. Well, I will certainly be posting the crone's bone and the spoon. Once we come up with some cash for you.
The spoon's already
We've
been
already got the
purchased.
spoon.
Oh yeah, sorry. The poniard.
Yes, the crone's bone. All right,
Yep.
let's go to bed and go see Kingsley.
Okay. In the morning, you wake up refreshed.
Mhm.
Who ate the porridge, by the way?
I guess I did.
Okay.
Cool. Delicious.
Do I feel satiated?
You do. Very full for the entire day.
Oh, man, this is good. But this is filling. It probably tastes like nothing, but it's filling.
It tastes sweet and delicious.
Wow. This is the upgrade.
This is the upgrade. It cost 6 platinum. It was value.
Yeah.
We've done well.
Did you
Okay,
just-
so
Did you just
is
steal
that
it from
Sean's
Kruber,
now?
by the way?
No, it's not mine.
Okay, I mean Kruber bought it, but so shall I put it on Kruber's sheet then? Or do you want it, Hypatia?
I'll pay Kruber back.
Alrighty, it's yours.
All right.
Cool. And tomorrow we go to the trading house.
Oakley dokley. Go to see Kingsley.
Kingsley!
Let me. Get rid of these things from the screen or just minimize them so that they can possibly be picked up later as I go. Kingsley. Alright. Kingsley is there and he has another halfling with him as you enter.
Is that halfling Willowbroad?
Ah. Oh yeah. A pleasure to see you.
She's going for your balls by the look of that hand.
She's playing
She has,
dice.
She has dice in them.
Yeah.
She's
She's
gonna
only go for your,
stab you.
yeah. She's only going to go for your balls if you lose.
These are the adventurers, Uncle Kingsley. Ah, I see. Well, you know what I think of them.
Good things, I hope. Oh wait,
Not a chance.
that's the one with. Hey, she should like Minerva.
It's true.
I have spoken highly of you.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know what our family thinks. I will bid you all good day. Don't give away the whole guild, Kingsley.
Ouch. Brutal.
She'll walk out shaking dice as she goes. It's almost like a nervous twitch. Kingsley will laugh. Bye, Ilya, he'll say, raising a hand, big smile on his face. She kids. She doesn't kid.
Yeah.
No. The Markanzels own the majority of the Chicane Guild. Three families. Anyway, yes. So I took your proposal, and so it's a negative on the amount that you want, but you knew that anyway.
You had a feeling.
I am prepared. When I say I'm the representative, so prepared to offer you significantly less. But hear me out. It is 2,000 gold, and further to that, we will give you a 1% stakehold in the guild.
Ooh, a 1% stakehold in the guild.
Interesting. So, what benefits would that confer us?
Well, when the guild makes money, you make money.
And what's your yearly take at the moment?
It comes and goes, it depends, but we are significantly well off, the largest guild in the city. You could be expecting to get maybe 100 gold a month, give or take.
100 gold a month. Interesting. That is interesting. And does that mean we could ride with a caravan whenever we wanted?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm, okay. Yeah, there's certainly going to be benefits to that.
Really?
Well,
You get paid to go with a caravan.
yeah, but you can leave at any time and stuff.
True.
And we're
And-
sort of, and if we have a stake, we're basically protecting our interests anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
So like, there's a certain amount of synergistic bonus for us if we can go on Ilya's ship whenever we want. You know, whenever where she's going. Like, if we can just like, hey, we want to go. Would this? Yeah, would that be true of like we could get on board a
Oh,
boat?
We
that's
have about close to a dozen riverboats and barges.
riverboats and barges. Yeah, awesome.
You could absolutely make use of them as long as it fits in with guild business.
Yeah, absolutely. We just catch a ride.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we like dead seat on a plane. You know, that's
That would be
actually
cool.
pretty good. Like, that's
Yeah, like that.
would you be willing to go to 2%?
No, well, okay, that's.
Well, 'cause
We-
she
we
said
got-
don't give away the whole guild.
Hold on,
She
hold on.
knew negotiation was going to come into it.
No. What I'm asking is, you're bargaining. You're not bargaining the upfront payment. You're bargaining the percentage,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
because that's a whole lot more.
Maybe.
All right.
Because they're looking, what you've got to consider is, right, they're thinking that when Lacrima Keep goes, their percentage is going to go up by more than 1%. So they're not making a loss on this at all. They're like, this is actually no cost to us. And I'm telling you, their trade's going to go up by more than 1% by clearing Lacrima Keep. So I'm betting that they're willing to go up by more than 1%. Because the sooner it happens for them, the sooner they're getting that infrastructure and profit forever.
All right. Should I try and talk them up?
Yeah, I think so. Go for 2%.
All right.
I mean, there's 6 of us. 1% amongst 6 people. Come on,
Yeah.
2%.
Okay. Would you consider 2%? Maybe.
You gotta
Maybe he
roll.
will.
Ooh,
Oh, you're right. You're just rolling for it.
If it's a charisma check.
Charisma checks beneficial, but they're not magic bullets.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I will. He pours wine into a number of goblets that are laid out before him, equal to the number of you that have turned up.
Actually, that's a good point. Who are we? Actually, you should probably figure out. Sorry, this is out of character thing. Like, what did it say? The people here. Who is the people here? So who is this agreement by? I assume Kruber's with us.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming,
Kruber's with us.
I'm
He's
assuming
taking
all 5 of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
Kruber is the extra person. No Cinnabon. She's healing.
Yeah.
So
She's-
there are 5 goblets plus he's.
So Shiro, Sean, Kruber, Lenza, and Hypatia.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that means Minerva and
Nevin.
Nevin will not be part of this if he comes further along. Okay, cool.
Yes, that's
I
correct.
just wanted to double check because we need to figure out who is here and who is not, and who is part of the.
Sure. I mean, it's going to be the adventuring party effectively, but sure.
Oh well, that's the thing. It might not be.
All it was good to say.
So, here's the thing: 2%. I will go to 1.5%, but I'll drop the gold outlay at the top to 1,500. Or, how about this? I will give you 2% and no money at top.
2%, but no money at top.
That seems pretty reasonable.
I'm inclined to take the middle road because if we do need healing, that's still going to cover a fair bit of it. So 1.5% is like what, 150? That's still pretty between 5. That's still 30 gold. That's not
But
bad.
that's only if so they're making 100 gold a month at the moment. If we clear up the Cream of Keep, you might find that they're making a fair bit more than that.
Yeah, so that hopefully it would be a floor, but I'm assuming it's going to take a while for that trade to pick up, or they have to build infrastructure or something. So
Counter offer 2% and 1,000 upfront. What about that?
That not
No,
That's on the same scale as he was going before because it was 500 per half percent.
no,
that's
not
fine.
really. No,
Not really. No.
that's
it's not
even Lenza with a charisma of 8 can tell that's just insulting.
Okay,
and
fine.
here's the thing: if
Mhm.
you accept this, we won't sign anything until you go see someone of legalese and have a charter of adventuring made up that will list your members, and then we will sign it off against your charter.
Nice.
that's
Yeah, because
fair.
that way we can add people to the charter.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think that's reasonable.
I think take the 2%. Like, I'm not too fussed about the upfront, honestly.
So do I. I think 2% is better as well, and it means that we've got stronger ties to the trading hub,
It's true.
and I want strong ties with them. 2% to me just seems much more powerful than some money.
All right, sure, let's do it. Let's just type.
Well,
No one.
That's an extra 20 months to make up the extra 2,000 gold. That's all.
Yeah, I know. If they're only making that much money, though. If they're making more money, it's less. But yeah, you might be right, and it could go in the opposite direction. War breaks out in the valley. Suddenly, oh wait, no, war's good for business. Never mind.
He will lift up his goblet then. We have an accord, 2%.
Yes,
Sounds like it.
let's get the paperwork together.
Sure, let's do it.
Then he will chink glasses with you. A
Yes.
toast, and
Toast.
First,
have your charter brought back, and we will draw up the documents.
But the legal guys closed up business.
Oh, you can still, take him under retainer and get him to do work. And there are other
Oh,
people
okay,
within
good.
town as well. The Castellanes have some. We have a legal mind. We can get one written up here if you want.
Oh, why not do it in house? That seems fun.
It will be a charge though, because until that document is done, you don't have a percentage of the. So let me go find our legal mind.
Legal guy.
Hmm.
Well, what about getting the our letter of credit cashed in?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we'll do that as well.
definitely.
Wait, Kingsley, can you cash this letter of credit for some platinum also?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sweet.
Okay, so
But I'm happy to pay the. I'm happy to pay the fee. Look, it shows a good faith in us that we're
Yeah, exactly. We'll
that's
use
so
their.
cool.
we're
Yeah,
happy, we're happy to pay the fee for it, and
Yep.
at the same time we can break down the letter of credit a bit more.
Mhm.
all right.
Kingsley will come back with a very skinny, nerdy-looking halfling who is kind of festooned with some very big, thick glasses, a kind of a misshapen, ill-fitted hat, which seems to be 2 or 3 sizes larger than his head, greasy hair and pockmarks on his face. And he'll look you up and down. Yeah, so these are the ones we're making the adventure charter for? All right.
We are the ones.
All right. He'll just get out a pad, start scribbling some stuff down, start jotting things. Names. He'll take your names.
Mhm.
Is there anyone in absentia?
Do we want to include
Sure.
Neva and Minerva?
They're not
I
actually.
think
You could almost include Minerva, but no, she's gone at the moment, and
Alright.
she said that as well. So
Okay.
Nevin's gone as well. But Siobhan will. We should put.
do we include Siobhan?
yeah, sure.
On the off chance she actually, yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, it
Alright.
makes sense. She's been adventuring with us for a while.
All right. I'll put her down in absentia. The rest of you put your mark upon this document, and that'll be 150 gold. Notarized.
Cool. It
Okay.
feels like we're almost already making 2% of that.
Mhm.
I just felt myself get 3 gold richer.
I guess that's technically how it works, right?
It's just a little joke.
Oh dear.
All right, so
Okay,
Simon can knock that off the letter of credit. He can cash out the letter of credit how you want.
We just want 50 platinum, so 500
Oh,
offered.
no,
if you...
we want much more than that, right?
We
Because
do?
we are-
Oh, right, because we
are-
have to buy those other things as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have. So I think a good idea was to give from the thing, give 100 gold to everybody, or at least the equivalent,
Well,
and 50 gold, 10 platinum, or whatever, however you want to do it, and then
Definitely platinum.
no, okay, so take 1,000 off it, everybody gets 20 platinum. That's pretty easy.
but then we also need to take more off because we owe people money, like Brother Tobias, Lenza, and Kruber. Like
Yep.
it's just
Yeah. I'll edit it. Where is it? Give me that.
I've got it up at the moment.
Treasure.
Yeah. Just let me edit it. I'll do it. It's okay.
So how much is left on the letter of credit at the moment?
That's
I'm
what
gonna take off the money for Tobias straight away. That's gonna.
So it'll probably be about 1600-ish.
Yeah, no. I'm doing it. It's
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, well,
Don't
we'll,
worry,
we'll,
don't
check.
worry.
We'll find out in a second.
If everybody adds 20 platinum to their sheet,
And Lenza will get their money back.
we're buying that 300 gold. Yep, and Lenza will have her money back. You can have it in platinum, I guess, is probably better.
I'll take gold.
Oh, you want it in gold?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. All right. And I am carrying a whole chunk of platinum so that we can buy the thing from the curiosity shop as well.
That's addition to everybody's 20.
Yes.
Alright.
You guys all have 20. I'll carry the kitty money because Shira had literally no money earlier, so it's not going to affect his money. Yeah, exactly. It's like
Cool. So we have
everything
just
I'm carrying doesn't belong to me.
We have just over
Yay!
1,000 gold left on the money letter then.
Yes, we
That's
just
fine.
took out a big chunk of it. All right,
So
but I can get rid
one-
of that O to bias because I have taken that off.
I'm just doing that now.
So wait.
Cool.
And we've
Exactly.
given so he's got 20 and then 6, so that 28. Cool. Oh, we should also get the remove the armor off that because we've done that, haven't we?
Yep. Has someone updated Kruber's sheet?
We can't at the moment.
Alright.
Who wants
So let's
to,
leave it.
Yeah, I'll leave it on there. Now
who
then.
wants control of Kruber's sheet?
Sure, why not?
All right, let me find Jaquan Kruber. Edit. Can be edited by Hypatia, Denbok, and me. So
Oh, okay.
Al's already got
I'll
access to
put-
it.
Sure.
There we go. The power you could have had.
Okay. Full plate armor.
What's full plate? 2 AC, isn't it?
So full plate is heavy armor, which is armor class.
Very heavy armor, I think. Isn't
You
it?
might be right. Yes.
It is.
So I think it might be armor class 2.
Yeah.
Let me just confirm that. Armor table, very heavy armor is AC2. Yep.
Yeah. So his AC is now 2.
Nice.
0 if he uses his shield, which he won't because he's got a Rancer.
Mhm.
All right, good. That's a lot better than 5.
Excellent. And then Kingsley will say, now that we have notarized you, we will get the documents signed up and it should be good to go.
And we'll head off to Lacrima Keep after we swing by the curiosity shop.
Hopefully not die.
Cool.
Yep.
Can we swing by the curiosity shop now?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. So, The curator is sitting at the back. She is just idly flicking through a deck of cards. She'll see you approach. Hello
We
again.
have returned.
As the card said you would.
Ah.
She'll close them up, fold the deck, put it back into her down her bodice. Right.
Mm.
What
Those
is
cards have seen some things.
What is it that you are after?
The crone bone.
My bone and the spoon.
They've already
And
bought-
we already got the spoon.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep being. I'm sorry. Yep, the current bone.
The crone bone.
I believe it was 300 gold.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Right.
I am carrying that for her.
Cha-ching.
So let me go and get the crone bone edit. If I was to then grab those those details, put them there, save, show to players. You should now be able to see the properties of it because, there you go. So you've got to bathe it in 1 hit point of your blood each night for a week. And then if it's kept next to the skin, it will double the rate of healing from rest.
Nice.
It stops working and requires resetting if you lose consciousness from being wounded.
Okay. Cool.
Well, if that happens, it's pretty bad anyway.
Yep.
So that means that from full rest, you'll get 20% health back rather than 10.
Which sort of sounded like the same thing that the cloak does, though.
No,
Maybe.
the cloak,
No?
she said the cloak helps you rest.
Get a good night's sleep.
Oh, okay. Just helps you rest. Okay, interesting.
And
So that's
keeps-
different
and
from
keep-
helping you rest.
This doesn't help you rest. It means
It helps you heal.
keeps
while
you heal
resting.
from rest.
Ah, so if you combine them, then you get to rest wherever you want, and you get to heal twice as much.
I really want to know what the cloak does.
Um,
1 5.
How much was the cloak?
250.
And how much was the taxidermy?
500.
It was. Sorry?
500.
Yeah.
So that was your father's holy symbol, was it?
Indeed. May his soul rest wherever it ended up. He was a good man. Looked very similar to you, actually. An outdoory, kind of rugged, handsome man.
God.
Right, but now I'm not.
Daddy complex. No, probably. Hopefully not.
No, she's just really good at buttering people up. She's carrying that knife. Like,
Yeah, the buttering one.
yeah. She spreads it on thick as. Woman's got a pot of honey that never runs out.
Now, that would be an item.
Right?
Hell yeah.
She's amazing. Oh my god. I want to buy the cloak and I have no idea what it does. That's how good she is. Oh, look, that horrible taxidermy. I want that more than I want the potion of dragon control, which I really wanted.
I think that says more
About me. It may, but I didn't want like the potions of water breathing or anything like that. I want the wondrous items that I don't know what they do.
yes.
They just sound
Practicality.
awesome.
Who needs that?
Yeah, I want the cool stuff that doesn't make any sense.
So yes, I will purchase the
The
What is
gaudy
it?
holy symbol.
the gaudy holy symbol. Well, it was magical, so
Okay, so
Let's-
that holy symbol has an encumbrance rating of 0.5.
5.
0.5. It actually
Oh,
is counted as a light item.
Ooh,
suddenly
nice.
that doesn't sound like such a cool idea.
No, that's pretty cool. I mean, if it helps you turn undead, which is what it sort of sounded like, or it
Sure.
does something, could
Yeah.
still be well worth it.
Yep.
Who
I'll have to lose one of my daggers.
The daggers you never use.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I've never seen you use it.
Well, I've never been needed to go into Malay, have I? I got them out once, and by the time I got them out, the combat had finished.
Well, that's good. It means I'm doing my job.
Okay.
Do you think I should buy this cloak? Or does someone want to chip in and help me buy the taxidermy? Because it just
Will you
sounds
take-
so cool.
You
No.
take 44 platinum pieces for that holy symbol?
What?
What did you say, sorry?
Will you take 4 platinum for the holy symbol?
I thought you said 40.
Yeah.
No,
Well, 40
40
gold.
400 gold. Yeah,
Mm.
sure.
I'll tell you what. One time only deal because I like you all very much, except for her. No, I kid. I knew an elf once that she reminds me greatly of her.
Is it Vada?
Of course you do.
No, I do.
You just happen to know a lot of people, don't you? That remind us of your customers.
I know a lot of people, so But you are look. You are very elfy.
Very healthy. She means brusque and abrasive.
Yeah.
Which is so weird for such a long-lived people. You would really think that you would have learnt to, get along to get along.
No, they just end up what, the older you live, we get a bit more cantankerous.
Ah, I think the old age erodes their soft edges until all that's left is cutting blades.
Their ears are like razors.
Right? Knife ears.
Yep.
God.
I'll do
And
a
it
one-time.
should be knife tongues.
I'll do a one-time deal for you.
Mm.
The cloak, the taxidermy, and what else was it you were after?
The holy symbol.
Holy symbol.
The holy symbol. Yes, that's right. I'll do them all. So 4, 5, 30. So I'll do them all for 750.
It's a 50 gold discount.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want them all. So my vote is yes. But, that was my vote earlier anyway, so...
What did the taxidermy do?
We
It
have
does-
no
We have
idea.
no idea, and
We
they're a
don't
few-
know. It looks
bullshit.
cool.
Occasionally, if you look at it, the
They move.
victor's eyes blink ever so slightly, almost imperceptibly. It's like,
It's like they're in a time dilation bubble or something.
and she'll say, "Look, I will be honest with you. I don't know what the taxidermy does, but I do know that it is a very curious, interesting item, and there is a history to it. A long history that predates the reckoning."
Ooh.
Oh.
Predates the reckoning. Come on, Lenza. Get on board the fun train. Get on board the fun train. Choo choo. Don't you want to party with the cool kids? Huh? Peer pressure?
Well, I vote. Mohammed says, "You only live once. Let's do it."
We're gonna have to get we're gonna have to get somebody more money if we're gonna do this.
No, we've got enough.
Do we?
We've
If
got
we
enough
did-
on us. If everybody uses the platinum that we literally just got out, we've got enough.
Well, that's
Well, we got like 1,000 out, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got more than that out, actually. A fair bit more than that out. Yeah.
what there are 5 people here at the moment, so that's that'll be 15 platinum each. Am I doing that right?
20
But-
platinum each.
No,
right,
he
I'm
means
thinking
how
gold- I'm
much
thinking
would we have
gold.
to pay.
What is it? 5, 750. So 7.5 platinum.
Yeah, he's right. It's 15 platinum from each person if we wanted to pay the 750. 15 platinum each.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
75 platinum.
Is everybody good with that?
Sure. No.
Do we have to cover you, Lenza? That's okay. We can do that.
I mean, Lenzer, you're well aware Lenzer is against buying anything in this store in general, but is particularly against buying something you have no idea what it does on the
Yeah,
fact
that's fine.
that it just looks cool.
That's fine. I'll cover yours with party gold. That's fine. Which is exactly the same thing, effectively.
Yes.
Just means you're
yeah,
covering, you're carrying more gold. Sure. And once again, Shiro will be carrying nothing. Woo!
So you bought them all?
Yes.
Okay, so the way that magic works, magic items, is you have it. So each item has a power level, and you can only account for so much power level that you can use. So, if I go down to magic item usage, which is on the wiki, you are able to carry up to 5 point. I wrote Wrath instead of Worth. How did I not see
Oh.
that?
So just how much gold platinum pieces are we all taking off our character sheet?
15 for you guys. I'm doing the rest.
So
I'm even editing yours on the sheet.
Yeah.
So you can carry up to 5 points worth of magic item power levels. A trifle counts, which is potion scrolls as an example, has a power level of 0. Minor items, which are +1 items as an example, or anything which has a power level of 1, count as 1. So, for example, Crone's Bone, power level is 1. Moderate is power level 2, powerful, power level 3. Lesser artifacts are power level 4, artifacts are level 5, and relics are power level 6. You can gain more than, so every 5 levels that you obtain, you can hold another point of power active. Magic users gain an additional 1 on top of this. So, there are no magic users in the group, however. And Den has reduced the power of his Ranseur to 0, effectively, because he played a blessing
A card, yeah.
to permanently reduce the power level of one of his items' effective power level by 1. So just take consideration how many magic items you're currently carrying. If you carry too many, then the more powerful ones stop you from using the lower ones, because they go, you know what, I'm here, I'm a big boy. That other stuff don't work for you anymore. So if you were carrying 4 + 1 items, so 4 minor items, power level 1, and then you suddenly grabbed yourself an artifact which was level 5, it would stop all those other items from working.
So I'm still okay.
So you need to know who's carrying these items, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm assuming that Sean's carrying the holy symbol.
The holy symbol is classified as a trifle.
What about the spoon?
The spoon is a trifle.
Excellent. So I'm also good.
So you just might want to record its power level as well. So any item here you can see, like the Crone Bone, I generally put the power level on it. If I show you one of the other items that you picked up from earlier in the game, which you did see, where is it? Scepter of the Sylphs.
Yeah.
If I was to put that back into all players and hit show,
That was a 4.
that was a lesser artifact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was pretty good. Needed to be an elf though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was while Lenza was using it until we lost it.
Yep.
Okay.
So what's the amount of, you can only have max 5, you said, Grail?
Yes, at the moment, for every 5 levels, you get an extra 1.
Yeah.
So that's after the first 5, obviously.
Yeah.
So who is carrying the taxidermy?
Can I carry it? It's cool.
Yeah, he can carry it.
Cool.
Frog taxidermy. Can I have the cloak as well? Or does someone else want that?
The cloak will fit a human or an elf.
Oh, I knew it was too big for me.
Sean's a human.
Oh, what
Do
do
you
you
want to?
want to do? If we,
It helps you rest.
Kuru puts his hand up.
Which means what?
Who knows? Maybe that you can rest in armor.
Do we know
Maybe
anything
you don't get
about it,
fatigued.
or we don't know?
Maybe any type of rest counts as a good rest.
Kruber says, "Hey, I want to see if I can wake up without a hangover."
Ooh.
The,
Yeah,
cu-
that's
the,
not
cu-
bad.
the curator who will say, oh, give it to the priest. Do you have any spellcasters amongst you? No, give it to the priest. That's what I would do.
Yeah, because she wanted to give it to Minerva.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that you don't get interrupted while resting, which would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Or halves the amount of rest you need to.
Who knows? We'll
yes,
find
but-
out. Just
Yep.
wear it. We'll see what
Okay.
happens. Also,
Do I
it's
know the
warm
power level of it?
and cool
I'm not
looking. Sorry?
Well, Grail wants me to write down the magic level of it. Is it +2 or +1 encumbrance?
It's an encumbrance of 1, the cloak.
And so I hope it wouldn't be encumbrance 2. That'd be like armor worth. That'd be like, yeah.
It already is +1. Do I have a magic level on it or not?
What is your current power level that you are sitting at?
2.
You're good.
Well, I figured I'd be good, but
It's power
I'll
level
just-
1.
okay.
I'm on power level 0, so I'm assuming that I'm good with the frog taxidermy.
Yep.
Yeah, unless
Power
I'm...
level 0.
Though Sean's getting very heavily encumbered at the moment.
Dang.
So what you're saying is you need a minion.
Hey, I hear Minerva doesn't really know what to do with Kukulane at the moment. He's just like chilling and meandering around after her. Maybe you should ask him if he wants to go adventuring with you. He hangs out at the church pretty much every day. Just saying.
Hypatia is always... Hypatia mentions she's always good at having a secondary healer or a tertiary healer. More healing is good.
The reason you should want Kukulane is because he's amazing. He sets stuff on fire. He's got a flame lance.
Oh yeah. We need to test that.
Alright.
So, shall we
I'll-
set out for Lacrima Keep?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'll just put the details for the cloak into the thing. You'll work it out after wearing it for a little bit. So you should be able to read it now.
I assume after you rest for the first time, which is tonight.
So you can read it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh
Nice. That's
yeah.
very powerful.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's a cool ability. Once per fortnight. I like that.
So is that acceptable for clerics as well?
Yes.
And does that
Well,
mean I have to relearn the same spells as a cleric?
You can pick your spells as though you rested.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is very handy.
Yeah, that's a very cool cloak. Or warm, as it may be. It's both.
It does
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
It's very
Cold and
interesting.
fire. Yeah, it's the thermostat. The thermos flask cloak. Thermos task.
All right. Well, I collect my minion, and we shall head out.
Well, no regrets so far. Who knows about this taxidermy thing though? But I gotta say, it looks pretty cool.
All right. Well, sure. Since you're carrying it and you can see what happens.
Do we
Whatever's good.
grab Kukulane as well or not?
You can grab
Or
you can grab
you-
Kukulane. Aaron DePorter is missing.
crap.
You'll have to go find him. You send him off to his family.
Yeah, I assume at some point I did talk to his family about this. I'm hoping I did. Maybe I did.
Kukulane will say, he went off because you told him that you didn't need him anymore.
Well, in some ways, I'm not overly surprised. Did he mention what he was gonna do, Kukulane?
I think he was looking for someone else to adventure with. I don't know. He weirds me out a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not the sharpest tool sharpest out in the quiver, shall we say?
That's true, but you did spend like 500 gold on his armor, so
I know.
you know, maybe you don't want to just like let him meander off. But
Also,
yeah.
you can go and check when that actually occurred on the video. I role played it that he thought you were dismissing him.
Oh god. Dang it.
Did you buy his? Does he have his armor before you dismissed him?
Yeah, he had.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Because
he's too dumb to do that. But yeah,
you basically said I don't need you. So he's like, oh, you don't need me? Oh, okay.
he did say you don't need me. Yeah.
Excellent.
I thought you replied, "I don't, not at the moment" or something, but
That's
he
still
probably
the
doesn't
intent.
understand anything.
But considering in 3, it seems sadly reasonable. So yeah, I guess I'll spend a bit of time looking for him, and I'll get Willibrod to look to put some feelers out as well.
And we'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a way to end it.
Perfect.
We don't know. We still don't know what the taxidermy does. Yeah.
We'll
Correct.
find out over
Correct.
time, I suspect.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? It might be something that we just carry around forever until we meet the crone again, and she says, "Where did you get that?" Ah!
Well,
And this
that will
time-
actually, and
This
then
time
we'll get
we take the little statues. The
not the corpse, the skeletons in the jar. We give it to the fae in the wood, and that will be hopefully really cool.
Yep.
That's
and then we go and see the land bearer, and she's like, "Why did you give her Prince blah blah blah? He was turned into a frog.
oh,
What have you done? He's the ancient heir to the Elven kingdoms."
Oh, yeah, she might know what it is. Who knows? We'll find out.
Cool. So okay,
Anyway.
vote for MVP, please.
so which one of the retainers did we lose?
Aaron DePorter, which is Hypatius.
I'm glad you care enough.
Okay, using the right syntax this time.
You got a fair bit done tonight.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, next week we might actually get out the gate.
That test worked.
Yes. Thank you.
Hmm.
You can't vote for a character that's not there.
Yeah.
But I gather what you mean. It's just that yeah, you might want to change your name from Minerva to Shuru now.
Oh,
In-game.
I've already done that.
Down the bottom, you're still appearing as Minerva.
Oh. But I'm typing Ashura, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
weird.
I mean,
Okay.
about 10 minutes ago, you were typing as Minerva, so.
Yeah, I know. That's when I changed it. I was
So I
like,
just
oh,
need Oz to vote.
Yeah, sorry, give me a
but that
second.
doesn't
That's all right.
change this. Yeah. That's that.
So Aaron DePorter is retyping.
Oh god. That was I did it around the wrong way. Like oh well, there we go.
Yes.
What I did last year, last session.
Yeah, no.
So you work in IT, but you're too young to ever know DOS.
I should well know that the backslash always comes first.
Yeah, because it switches with commands. Okay, that's cool. So, therefore, we have a tie.
Nice. Put all the pressure on Great.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, absolve myself of that.
Give them both a
On an odd, it's Lenza, and on even,
Dice
it's Shuru.
gods.
Sure.
Lenza is MVP,
Nice.
and Shuru is
Yay.
runner-up. Does Shuru want XP or a blessing?
X, please. XP, please.
Cool. And that means that Lenza gets a blessing. So if I come down here, minor blessings, shuffle.
How many cards can I have?
8.
Okay, cool. I gotta start using them.
Oh wow, yeah.
Alright.
Your trinket doesn't count though, does it?
No, the trinket doesn't count. It's the blessing. So you've got 6 now.
Yeah, I got 6 now still.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
what have I got?
Would it have been really helpful this session?
No, it's just entirely useless for Lenza.
Excellent.
Nice.
I can't swap these on account, I Grail.
No, but you can play
You
them.
just use it as your bonus.
You can
Yeah.
discard them to assist other people.
Other people, yeah, no,
So-
I will probably do that. I'll share what it is. Sacrifice defense to make a powerful melee attack. You automatically hit for maximum damage, but you suffer an automatic simultaneous hit in return.
That's not useless.
Unfortunately, my maximum damage is with a melee weapon is very little.
Not if you're backstabbing.
Yes.
If you ever get that backstab off, although getting hit in return's a bit of a bummer. Funny while backstabbing though, it's like you stab them so hard in the kidney they like knock their head back into your face.
Why
Or
they
you
have
like,
to...
or you're backstabbing them so hard that you like crash tackle them into a wall and just bounce your head off it. Why?
I don't even do that much damage with a backstab because my strength's so weak. It's almost useless for me to do it, which is a shame. But hey, that's how it is.
You can backstab with any weapon though.
Yeah, but unfortunately Minerva
Took the long sword.
cunningly asked for the
The long
the
sword.
long sword and then was like, yeah, cool, peace out, bitches. Also, thanks for paying for my leveling. Bye! She also tried to buy armor before she left. She's a bitch. What a bitch.
She is. But you know,
Look. She took Lane's sword, did she?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. That's really obvious. Like, if she wants to keep that, that's fine.
It was just really good for her. Yeah. But also dangerous. Yeah, great session.
Yeah.
I guess, Henry, if you are good with the 10th, get back to us. Would be good.
you can get out of the city. But you know, you did got some good stuff sorted though. You got a stakehold in the Chicane Guild.
Yeah. That was really good.
You've got a distinct idea now where you're going. You
know
bought
exactly
bought some pretty cool items. Lenza got called a typical elf.
I did enjoy getting to say knife is. Not gonna lie. Thank you for facilitating that.
All good. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the session.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, yeah.
See
See
ya.
ya.
So yeah.
Are we gonna play around? Just
why
a
not?
question. All right.
Sure.